during critical scaling transitions, transforming complex brand vision. Kesh, don't sit, they're not clapping. Good. Into highly profitable marketplace execution. A final round of applause for her. And we have Kevin, who is an innovative digital marketing executive. Take your time, relax. An innovative digital marketing executive, tech strategist, and founder and CEO of Milon Marketing Africa. He specializes in high-performance digital ecosystems, scalable content pipelines, and data-driven funnels for mid-sized and large enterprises. Okay, you're learning, first learners. Anyway, we have Lynn Wanjiru, who is a visionary business leader, human capital strategist, and founder and CEO of Lean HR, a trusted partner in talent acquisition, workforce strategy, and organizational transformation. Another amazing round of applause. And we have the phenomenal, Semeni A. Okay, I don't feel the energy yet. I'm not convinced. Semeni A. Oh, guy, I understand we might not all be Kenyans. So say yeah. Okay, I love that. So we have the phenomenal Fadhili Hilda, who is a digital marketing strategist and founder of Toop Digital with over 5 years of experience helping local and international businesses grow through social media and digital marketing. She sat, but I do not think she had the clap, so we're gonna go again. That's more like it. And we have a very amazing human here, Sean Dalmas. The Sean Dalmas. A Kenyan media entrepreneur and founder and CEO of Dalmas Creations Limited, a digital agency specializing in content, influencer marketing, and brand strategy. He is also a youth leader serving as vice president of the Rotary Club of Athi Kapiti and executive director of the Empowerment Network. An amazing, fabulous round of applause for Sean. And the last person to graciously grace us with her presence is Teresia Waidera, a personal brand strategist, clap, digital creator and founder of Toop Marketing, a marketing company helping businesses and entrepreneurs grow through human-centered storytelling, digital strategy, and AI-powered marketing systems. She has an amazing bio that we can go all in about, but let's appreciate her as we kickstart the conversation. Amazing. Now, before I grab my seat, I'll kindly ask my speakers to stand, and I'll also ask you guys to stand. It will make sense, guys. You're not dancing. Washira, relax. You're not dancing. So I want us to have 1 minute of silence for the girls of Utumishi. It is a sad state. Let's just, and then we can kickstart. Thank you. You may have your seats. So, hi everyone. I want to make this session as interactive as possible. So there's already a QR code on your screens. We will be receiving the questions that you're going to send, and we're going to start up with something as simple as possible. How are you doing? I can't hear you. I will shut off this mic and walk off and cause a scene, and they will never call Imelda again, and I will spiral. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Amazing. So I'm going to start with Teresia here on my right, but feel free to also indulge in the conversation. So Teresia, you've built over 100,000 followers across Instagram and 500,000 on TikTok. What's the personal brand strategy that actually works for service-based entrepreneurs?
First of all, hello, hi. Okay, I've got a loud voice. Hello. Mic check 1, 2. You can hear me? Great. How are you doing? No motigejo career each and everyone. I'm gonna be speaking Greek in some terms, and then I'm gonna explain in English. Okay? So you've asked. Come again, kindly.
You have already built a track record over 100,000 followers across Instagram and across TikTok, and you do not get those numbers on a fly. So for the person who's listening here who is also a service-based entrepreneur, how do they actually build something of their own like that or better? How do they start?
Number 1 is take yourself as a business. That's the first point that I'm gonna put out. Taking yourself as a business, what do I mean? First of all, you are created by God as a very creative human being. You have got your unique talents, skills that you've been able to build over the time. And these skills are supposed to be giving you an income, but you have not been able to position yourself. So you have first to go back and realize, wait, I'm a creative human being. How do I monetize on my creativity? So let's say creativity in art, content creation. Creativity has no bounds. So you can be creative in different fields. So you have to make sure that this creativity solves a pain problem outside there. So let people know you for a specific problem you solve in the marketplace. So that starts with branding, positioning. Position yourself as the to-go-to person who solves a particular problem. Now, when it comes to services, what services? Who can tell me what's a service? Kindly let me see your hands up. What's a service? I am very flexible. Tell me what's a service, Donzo.
A service is something that you have packaged together and you're selling to someone. It can be coaching, it can be teaching someone how to sing. It's just something you're packaged together and you can be able to sell to someone.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Donzo. Someone, a round of applause. Thank you so much. I love when people are, engaging. So, a service, you need to identify which service are you gonna be offering from a pain point perspective. If it's coaching, what are you gonna be coaching people on? For me, I coach people on personal branding and digital marketing. So if you're out there and you have an invisibility problem for you and your brand, I am able to help you position your brand to not only get attention, but the attention to make sales. Because you see, at the end of the day, attention cannot pay your bills, right? You have to strategize the attention you're getting. For a very long time, I built a brand. Doing comical content in Kikuyu, Kiswahili, and English. And so I had to transition my own brand to be at a place where I am able to solve a pain point out there. And so I had to build my own skills. So you're gonna ask yourself, maybe there are skills that right now you really need to build so that they can turn into a business. So you need to view your own skill sets. When it comes to interpersonal skills, communication skills, and now digital skills. Why do you need a digital skill? Social media is like a CV right now. If someone needs to know you or even understand your business, they'll be like, I need to Google you or just go on your social platforms. So when they come, what do they see? Position your brand identity, your colors, font, logo. Do you have them? They need to be aligned so that you can be able to see yourself as a brand and earn from it. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. A round of applause. I think I'll stop saying a round of applause, and I expect you to clap when my speakers speak. Are we together? Thank you so much for that. I'll just do a follow-up question based on what this is directed to Dalmas. What she has, or rather, what Teresia has shared. We need to build our personal brands, and we're going to use yours as an example of an already built personal brand. What do you think gives Dalmas Creations its distinctive flair? Is it a place of ambition, or is it also a place of distinction? Because, okay, we are all showing up online, cool. But what makes you remember, this is Sean, this is Imelda, this is Fatili, what does that look like? What would you say to someone who is asking themselves, everyone is selling lip gloss, what's my unique value proposition?
Okay. So for the rest of this conversation, I'd like you to remember one thing. You are the product, not your company, not what you're selling, not the service, not if you're selling lip gloss, as moderator has said, you are the product. So having that in mind, I've built my brand and the companies around myself as the product. And it was funny that even in the office recently, one of my assistants was saying, without you, I don't think any of the companies that we have would exist, which is true. Because all my companies have my name, and I was able to distinctively shape the companies around my popularity, my authenticity, and my brand. Now, is Dalmas Creations succeeding because of distinction or?
Ambition.
Ambition. Now, when it comes to ambition, everyone can be ambitious, and that is very true. It's the saying that we say, a man can dream. You can dream you're on a yacht, you can dream you're driving a Ferrari, you can dream. Everyone can dream. But I'd like you to change that to great. And it's a mistake to think that either someone from privilege or someone not from privilege or someone who with a bigger platform or a smaller platform does not have grit. Let me tell you, honey, everyone is possible, has the possibility of getting grit. And by grit, I mean the hunger and the thirst for success. The hunger and thirst for success. So let's switch ambition to grit. How much do you want it? How badly do you want it? Because let me tell you, the effort that you put in, it's this thing that we usually say in relationships, if he wanted to, he would have. I don't date, I date my business. I'm in a relationship with my company. I am married to my company because all my attention goes to that company. So, how badly do you want it? Because that is what will propel your ambition to actual tangible success. And what has been able to make the company and myself be as successful as it has been is because I wake up every morning and I tell myself, I want this and I will get it no matter what. A simple example is when Imelda called me at 11 and I was telling her, I'm leaving the hospital. I was in the hospital until around 2 a.m. I'm okay. Yeah, I know you care. And I woke up and I'm here. And that is because I wanted to be here. And I wanted to come here. So that is a clear example of how badly do you want it. As a matter of distinction, there is no another you. I need you to remember that. In the 8 billion people that are in this world, there is no another you. People can tell you, you look alike, you sound alike, your mannerism, no. There is no another you. And once I realized that, once I realized my value to the companies that I work with, because what I bring to the table, Teresia doesn't, Imelda doesn't, no one here does. And that is why I began by saying, you are the product. You are what separates yourself with another person. When I work with brands and companies, and how I've been able to start out in the digital space as a creator, and now holding companies that transcend myself as the founder, with teams that work with them, is because I was able to distinct myself from what other people sell. The type of brand that the Dalmas Creations has embodied and created in the African landscape is very different. And even when we're going to the pitching rooms with clients, and recently we were in a pitching room with Coca-Cola. We won the client, by the way. And we were pitching against legacy agencies, Ogilvy, WPP, Dentsu, and very many other. It was very interesting because I was called for the pitch. I didn't apply for it. I didn't even know they were asking for it. But someone within Coca-Cola was like, I think you should come pitch. There's something you have that the agencies that we've worked with here don't. So for a client, a multi-billion-dollar client, to text me and tell me that, it's a clear indication that there's a difference between what I provide and what other legacy agencies provide. So you can have ambition, but do you have grit? Do you have the hunger to fight and work for whatever you have? And how smart are you going to put it so that you make yourself different from every other person in the industry?
Thank you so much. Before you pass the mic, would you then say what sets you apart is the lens through which you see life?
Yes. The reason why I'll say that is I was having a conversation with my mentor a few months back, and my mentor also serves as my CFO to my company. So when we were doing our, it was April, 1st April, I remember, yes. We were doing our quarterly review, so we were reviewing quarter one. And he was like, oh, you've done well. Because I mean, myself as the CEO of the company, my job is one, acquisitions. Everything else is done by other people. So my job is one, acquisitions. Bring in the client, bring in the money. The staff does the job. Now, when we were reviewing quarter one, we were making revenue of nearly $100,000 a month. So my CFO was like, for quarter two, heading to quarter three, I would like you to exceed that to $500,000 a month. And I remember chuckling because I was like, I'm converting that money in Kenya shillings. And I'm like, you have no idea what you're asking me to do. And he told me one thing. When we started the company, making $10,000, which is $1 million Kenyan shillings roughly, seemed impossible for the company. Because I, as a creator, was used to making that, because I would sign like 10 brands, all of them are paying me $100,000 a month, so that's $1 million. But then company-wise, when I started the company, it seemed impossible. So he told me, it was easy for you, it was hard for you to make $10,000, but it became easier for me to make $100,000. And that is because of the lens at which I was viewing the money. And the most interesting bit, he was like, don't view it as if it's a lot of money. Just view it as if it's a lot of clients that you need to bring in, the money will come. And indeed, we hit the target.
What have we learned, class? Who wants to raise their hand? I'll pass the mic to you as we clap for the amazing feedback that he has shared. You're not clapping and I want to pass the mic. I should have to remind you. Sorry, so by the time I stand, I expect to see a hand up and no one is ready to share one lesson that they have learned so far. Okay.
Hi everyone, my name is Omoya Maranga from Fixit PR, also working with Lane HR. I think one thing I've learned from Sean Dalmas is that you have to set sights very high and then try to fly there. If your wings melt midway, no problem. Perhaps that day it would be winter and you'll keep on flying. So I think Sean Dalmas, I think that is a very, very, very nice way of presenting. In fact, the word I would use is you have to be outrageously ambitious. Like your dream has to be beyond the realm. Where, for example, perhaps he was always waiting for Coca-Cola, but not really pitching to them, but raising his value to their pedigree. Thank you.
Let's appreciate him. As I sit down, my next question is addressed to you, Kelvin. We've talked about content. We've talked about showing up online. We've talked about distinction. But how does scaling look like? And you are really huge on scaling. For context, in the back room, he was saying he doesn't talk to anyone who doesn't understand what it means to scale. So if you are in this room, it means you do understand what it is to scale. And it's just going to give us some few pointers on that, just as a build-up of the conversation that we've had here.
First of all, I would start by breaking down what is this lion we are calling a brand. Because everyone talks about a brand. Actually, they crack some jokes that everyone these days helps brands. I help brand. So to do that, I brought some 2 gifts. I'll give them to one of the winners after the session. So on my right-hand side, we'll have a tissue paper by the name Toilex, and another one by the name White. Both of them are tissue papers, right? If you are to walk into a supermarket today and you'd want to pick one, or into the nearest shop you have, which one would you pick? 1 or 2? 1. But both of them are of the same quality. We just unwrapped one. What do I mean? Brand, actually the definition of a brand in the basic way is a gut feeling of how people feel towards a certain product or a certain person. The value of a burger from McDonald's, the nutritional value of it can be printed on a piece of paper. It will have the same nutritional value. But it's put at that scale because they have taken time to build that. Same as Toilex. If I am to unwrap this, the brand is gone. It becomes a mere tissue. So when we look at marketing, and most businesses that are in Kenya, they look at marketing as just as part of things that they do, not as an innovation tool that they can use to help their business. A tissue cannot become nothing more than a tissue, but you can change how people feel towards a tissue by building that, using the different channels that we have. Tuko pamoja. I hope I've answered your question.
Not directly, but yes. Could you now expound on the business has packaged itself? So, okay, I am packaged, nice socials. Does that mean I'm scaling?
Before you scale, we start by packaging. It's very important. Most of us try to scale what you have not packaged. So you try to build a big brand. That is why you are showing up on social media and nothing is working. Because you have not packaged yourself yet to show up on that level. So we start by packaging. What will I be offering? What do I stand for? What opinion do I stand for? Actually, having a wrong opinion is better than having no opinion. It's much better. So that will help you to scale. And for you to scale, because I believe we are talking to business owners and startups, that is why I brought that part where we are supposed to package first before we scale. Then scaling will be a conversation we are going to continue having. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, I'm going to address this to Fadhili and then we can pick it up from there. We've packaged ourselves. I love the fact that this conversation is building onto itself. So, Fadhili, I am properly packaged, right? So what do you think are the content formats in 2026 that you believe will deliver the highest ROI for Kenyan businesses? So there is this example that we've used here. You can use that or you can use an example of your choice. How does that look like?
Okay, thank you, Imelda. So that you cannot refer me as the lady in the white suit, my name is Fadhili. I am a digital marketing strategist, and what that name means, because not many people understand these terms, a strategist means, a strategist is someone who solves problems. I'm a girl of many ideas. How many here have ideas? Like asubuhi mpaka jioni, like zile ideas zenye zinaraningi kwa hiyo, you are all from today, you are qualified strategists. Yeah, but the point is, what do you do with your strategies? Do you actually execute them? Yeah, so I've been in the industry for 5 years. Hey, pardon me, this is my first time, so the nerves.
Clap for her so that she feels a little bit confident.
So, ROI, so return on investment is totally different. It doesn't really matter what content style you're using for your business, and I'm going to get to that, but it's very important from a strategy point of view. Return on investment is based on so many things. It's based on strategy and structure. I think he talked about structure, right? And it's very important that Kenyan businesses understand that East African businesses, we have a problem with structure. And the reason why you can pay a macro influencer 1 million Kenyan shillings and get no return on investment, it's two things: structure or strategy. The person who did the strategy for you did not do their research very well. So strategy is where you do the research, ideas and data. You come up with how we are going to solve a problem. And based on what? Based on data. So return on investment in many businesses today, if you are a business owner, you need to fix structures in your business. You need to look at the client, and we have all that. You know, today I was doing a study that Mark Zuckerberg in 2003, what people don't know is that he first did Face Mash before Facebook, and he did that because of data. He needed to understand how are people good, but we create brands because we feel like. We create brands because, nimenunua kasuti hapa hivi, you know, I'm just going to give people what I know, but what do people really need? Yeah, so we need to, if you're running a business and you don't understand the needs of your client, and you have all that in the data that you already have, go deep into the data and study your data, study your patterns from client acquisition to conversion to delivery. What is the client feedback? So all that, once you study all that data, that's what results to ROI, because now you come up with a strategy. Strategy doesn't have to be content, but content is important. I'm not saying content is not important. That's why we have Dan Mas here. Very important, and Teresia as well. That's why we need creators. So content is very important for our businesses, but we are not ready to go into the gutters of what is even the market research. Like, have you gone to Kenya Bureau of Statistics and figured out my market, what is data in Kenya saying about the business that I'm running? Do I really understand the business that I'm running? What is data saying? So in terms of content styles, for personal brands, of course, podcasts, kind of reels, all that, you know, people are doing that. I always say to my clients, I mostly manage e-commerce brands. So I tell them, in e-commerce, it's who shouts loudest. In personal branding, it's who shouts, wait, Munisamehe, I'm trying. Makofi? Let me take it again. In e-commerce, it's who shouts the loudest for the longest. And in personal branding, it's who shouts the best. Is it ringing? Who shouts the best is selling value. Who shouts the loudest for the longest? Coca-Cola. I mean, they're in how many countries, but they're still putting billboards for the longest. How long has Coca-Cola been in existence? Yeah? So pick your struggle. Pick your struggle. You're either in the business or you're not. You're either in marketing or you change your goalposts. Understand, where do I need to be and what do I need to do to achieve that goal? What content style works for my business? Someone said here, websites, SEO was working for them. SEO is content. You do the, what is it called? The listings, you do the keywords, you do the blogs, you do all that. You know, that's content. Content is just, it's not only, you know, videos and all that, but you need to understand what your business is, who your customer, what are your goals, and what you want to achieve. And the data, where are the people that you need? I know it's cliche, everyone talks about it, but the work, you going and researching, that's where the work is. So I would challenge every business owner tonight, go use Claude. The paid version of Claude has something called Cowork. Add the extension, Apple Jew. Yeah? And then open all those data yote, Instagram, open all that and ask Claude, give me the trends of my business. Help me understand, where am I losing money in this structure? What do I need to improve? Because now we can use AI to help us do cheaper. You know, you can, these things people used to pay, I don't know how much for research like that, you know, but now we are in a different era. So yeah.
Thank you so much for that. Just to paraphrase everything that has been shared, build your brand, understand your unique value proposition, your distinction, package yourself, but also do research. Don't just do content because, okay, it's a graphic, okay, but what informed that decision? So if you're listening here, that's, by now, I am expecting to see questions. You have the opportunity to tell us the business that you're running, the problem you're having, and you get the answers right here, okay? So I am waiting for the questions, and I'm going to proceed real quickly to Kesh. Having had all this, we've done our research, we've scaled because we're already packaged, we have our distinction. Your business helps people achieve strategic clarity during now the scaling transitions. So what is the number one positioning mistake East African creative entrepreneurs make when trying to break into the corporate market?
All right, thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. All right, okay, maybe I would narrow down to two challenges or to two problems. One of them I would call it solution positioning. And what that essentially means is that you need, first of all, to understand what it is that corporates look out for. So you need to understand what it is that matters to them at the core. So for example, for corporates, revenue growth is key. Reputation is key. Market penetration is key. Consumer insights, consumer retention is key. Now, once you understand that, then you align your solution towards those business outcomes. The second challenge is what I call credibility packaging problem. And this essentially means that when you are pitching to the corporates, you don't approach them with promises. You go there with numbers, you go there with case studies, you go there with proof. So you don't say, I am a social media manager who helps brands grow. You essentially have to package it in a way like, I helped brand Y achieve engagement by 40% in 90 days. So you have to package it very, very well. So those are the two problems I would essentially point out that make creators not able to penetrate the corporate market.
Okay, thank you so much for that. I'm going to pass this to Lynn, and we're going to build on the conversation that she just shared. Guy, wow. A book clap for me so that I don't die of embarrassment. Anyway, Lynn, so people have broken into, the creative has broken into the corporate space. And the HR space, which is the heart, if I can call it that, of the organization. Do you sometimes feel like there is a bridge disconnect between what the organization wants and what the creative who's coming in wants? And how can we eventually move forward from that? Because the businessman here or the businesswoman here needs that, but it's never really clear. It's always murky waters. What would you say, even in your position as a professional?
Hi, everyone. This is my first time as well.
Clap.
And she said HR is the heart of the company. Do you guys believe we are the heart of the company?
For her sake, just say yes.
I mean, do you guys believe that? Thank you, thank you. Thank you for validating my career. So, Imelda, could you repeat the question?
So there's always a disconnect between the corporate entities and this creative who has packaged themselves based even on the solutions that Kesh has shared. But there's always the disconnect, whether it's in terms of pay, in terms of the compensation, or like the conversation you were having, transport ya kufika kwako urudi. How do we finally bridge that gap so that the business owners appreciate that they are taking in someone who is helping them reach their business objective, but also for the business person to appreciate that this is someone who has put their heart, sweat, and tears into the solution that they are providing for them?
Okay, so for one, I feel like creatives should approach corporate with kujijua and kujiamini, and with that, you will not find like your rights being violated. You get creatives don't even know how to read a contract, or don't even have a contract, or they do not feel the need of going with a lawyer or someone who understands these things to corporate. So yes, you've read a contract, but you've just scanned it. Also, for me being in corporate, I would really advise people to reduce on desperation. The right brands will find you. You will align with the right brands. There's no akuna haraka ya you signing the contract, then in 3 months you're like, what did I get myself into? And now you have a contract that you cannot breach because you've already signed it. Also, know your worth as a creative, or even any other employee. Know the minimum wage of this kind of deal. Am I working with Coca-Cola? what has Coca-Cola paid the people who are before me? Am I being shortchanged? Know your market value, your worth as a person. It is higher value. I mean, it is your worth as a person. You are very worth, but now you as a creative, you know what gets you there. The videographers you pay, the bills you pay for you to get that content. Do not let anyone shortchange you. Also have people in the industry who you trust with certain advice before you get shortchanged. Yeah.
So thank you so much for that. As we take in questions, maybe another clap and appreciation. You'll be clapping a lot as long as Imelda is on stage, so clap again. Anyway, so we're going to do a real quick fireside question, and we're going to take 30 seconds each to just answer real quick, okay? So this is just us sharing our personal experiences. What's one thing you've stopped doing in your business this year because it was draining energy without delivering results? We're going to start from Fadhili. 20 seconds maximum. Ta 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 ta.
Are you sure? You want to start with me?
Yes, I'm sure.
All right. So I run an agency called Took Digital. And actually my guys are here. My social media manager, Beldin, where are you?
Let's appreciate her.
My videographer is also here. Nilisikia munawa introduce, eh? Where are you? Where are you? Ernest. Oh, you're here. Well, so what Lina has said, money. Knowing your worth, that thing. Yeah.
You stopped doing money?
You want me to go deep?
Just in hindsight.
Okay, so I think my problem was not, okay, in this country, the Uncle Buddha and Auntie Njeri, no offense, if you're here, no offense, you know, sometimes it's very hard to sell value because people don't really understand digital marketing. I get there are people who really understand digital marketing, but the problem is that they don't also have or they do, but they just don't want to accredit it to you. So what I did is I went ahead and figured out a system where I could track digital sales for my businesses, so I could predict what I'm making. If I made 1 million, we made 1 million for one of our e-commerce brands some time ago. So I could now have the leverage. You need to have leverage. So if you don't have proof of, you know, guys, you need to pay me because I did 1, 2, 3. In this country, you need leverage because what are you doing? You know, if you don't know how to, we are living in a very interesting economic country, that if you are not selling your value, you are gone, you are done, everyone else is doing digital marketing. We can go and get sister so-and-so who is paying you 10,000, pare nyuma, you know, and they will do this thing you are doing for us. They don't understand 10,000 is what I use monthly for my subscriptions. That's not actually even what I use. That's just a rough figure. You know, I pay subscriptions, I do my research, I pay for all these AI tools, I pay for all these people you see here. So have the leverage, like make your clients understand that, yeah, now I am able to predict. Let's sit down and do the numbers. And by the way, also, one thing, just allow me to say this, digital marketing is a collaboration. If you own a business and you're not collaborating with your digital marketers and the people who are working in your marketing, you're making losses somewhere, somehow. Because if you're not sitting down and understanding, okay, our predictions. This is how much we made, this is how much we want to make. Is that for me? Oh, wow, okay. Just let me finish this one. So it's a collaboration, it's not a drop of service. Hiring a marketer, any of these brilliant guys, it's not a drop of service, you know? You don't just pick and go. We need to be talking every day. Marketing is very interesting, like things change every day. What was working for us 1 week ago may not be the same template, so we need to update that template. So we need to have these constant calls. I don't mind having calls. I have this amazing client, one of my longest serving client, and we are always on calls. Sometimes it gets annoying because now we finish talking, we start talking about her grandparents and I don't know who. So it's also a friendship, you know. Once in a while you get to also understand your client, but that conversation really opens my mind because these people really understand. She's been in the business for 10 years. So if there's anyone who understands her business more, it's herself. The business owner understands his or her business. They know the business. So yeah,
thank you
my
so
2
much
cents.
for that. I think I'll jump the round table so that we check on time, and I'll just read a few questions that have been shared here. This one is specifically addressed to Kevin. How can a marketing company scale to attract big brands? And to Sean, as he answers that, I work in a logistics and travel company. So in today's creative economy, what type of content creates the highest engagement and trust for brands in logistics, travel, and international shipping? Kevin?
To answer that question, I would start by saying what I've chosen not to do this year is that I will not offer any free consultation to anyone. You cannot show value to people who have chosen not to see value. So that is one. Then, your question, please.
Okay, how can a marketing company scale to attract big brands?
It all lays down along purpose. I have a marketing company. Also, Dalma's Creation is a marketing company. She owns a marketing company, but we might have different purposes as to why we are doing it. So it all comes down to, as you're doing your structure and trying to achieve that big thing that is more than money. Because I also feel that most of our agencies are based on making money. Nothing else apart from making money. So it all goes down to what is the purpose of us having a business. Why am I running a business beyond money? If money was to be removed on the equation, why would I still wake up to go to that business? Nothing.
Sean has a different opinion about that. So we'll get back to that after you answer your question, and then we'll take another one, and then you'll respond. You can answer the question about logistics. Or you want to expound on the money part? Okay.
No. Okay. Just a minute. Hiyo swali yenye tulikuwa tumeulizwa ya kwanza, nimeona we are answering it very quickly. What I stopped doing is building my agency as a 360. So when I started, I would build all the departments at once. So when we clocked 1 year, we decided to focus on each department as a whole, which has made us grow faster than before. It's like that analogy of too many hands spoil the broth. Yeah, same thing. Okay, so for a logistics company, as actually she was reading the question, immediately the idea came to my head. I would do EGC, employee-generated content. We have UGC, which is user-generated content. We have content creators, but then there's EGC. Employee-generated content allows the audience to relate with a brand. So content where your own employees may discuss and engage into a dialogue together around the services they are selling. So picture this. One of your employees pretends to be a customer, comes in, is received with your receptionist, and then is shown the process of 1, 2, 3, this is how we do it, this is how you get this done, and then the process is explained to them and it's actually shown to them. So why EGC is where my head is at, is because logistics company is more of a service that I need to be assured of safety, certain measurements that you put, quality assurance, like very many things need to be assured to your customers for them to use your service, right? So for that to happen, I believe if we were to advise from us agency POV, it would be an EGC type of content where your own employees make content on your own platform so that or rather the customers that you're trying to attract are able to get the analogy of what you're trying to sell and also be assured of what they're getting, how they're getting it, and et cetera, et cetera. So whoever asked the question, I hope I've answered. Okay.
I'd like to, let's clap, let's appreciate her. So sorry. I'll pass the mic to Lynn because you've said something about the employees doing content. Now, I have come into your company, I just want to drive this truck. And there's a camera on my face, I need to explain. I feel like it's easy to say it, but most times for ground, it's not what most people want. So from an HR perspective, do you expect you'll see Imelda on your office every Monday? By the way, these people from your company are making me do TikToks. Now I am dancing on TikTok. How do you handle that? And how do you also make the employees feel like they are part of this culture? Or is the company's culture dancing? Because that's what people are now thinking. Wacha niende ile wana dancingi sana. Wacha niende Joanna Cosmetics because there is Benja. Who knows Benja? Or something of the sort. Just talk about that.
I once handled such a case where a company used to force, because they did not consent in creating content, and if you did not create content with that company in a specific manner they wanted, you'd be fired. Because they felt like the company, it thrives through marketing. And are they going to hire 10 people for marketing? From which money? And you're there. So what happened, they had to involve lawyers to at least amend the contract to say that once you sign this contract, you consent in any photographs, any videography being done. And what do you do if you want a job and it's just a video? So you just do it. You just dance because sasa utafanya. What will you do? So it's okay if companies can do that, but now you need to also create a psychological safe space for your employees, not to feel like they are this is too much. You know, employees don't even mind those things. If you have created a good culture for your employees, you have maintained good relationships with your employees, imagine they won't feel like they are doing a lot. They will actually, I'm happy. I'm just happy to be dancing. I can't wait to dance. Because why? You have created a very good culture. The relationship between the head of departments and the junior staff is so nice. Like they feel like, wow, I am even honored to be in your social media.
Involve me.
Involve me, please. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much for that. I see Teresia has some thoughts, and I'll direct that to you even as you answer this last question. What's your thoughts around influencer marketing? Macro influencers with large numbers but don't really have a community, or a micro influencer with an active community around them, which equates to sales?
I'll definitely go with the second one because there is sales. Anyway, let me add on that point. When it comes to businesses and creating employer content, I talk about coaching your team. Coach the people you have as an entrepreneur. The people who are working for you, the videographers, the people who are your graphic designers, these people need to believe in your vision too so that they can push your dream, right? When you share the vision with the people you're working with, even when it comes to content, they are okay to do it as a deliverable. So So you need to be okay with coaching your team. Share the insights as the founder. Share it to people who will be following you around, understand the culture of the company, the values, everything, even the dream of why you started this company. When you asked about money, whether it's the only thing, to me, I find fulfillment when I just find a brand selling from me. So there is fulfillment. Even when money is not there, I want to do it. I love doing it. I love telling stories about brands, from where they started to the transformation they have gotten from just having Waithera in their company. To your question, influencer marketing, don't I love it? Now, I've been a brand influencer since year 2017-2018, but there was a problem, influencer marketing and positioning. As an influencer, people just want you to be like a content machine, just posting. But as a marketer and influencer, there is a contradiction. From marketing, I understand there is something called a customer journey. Even before someone buys from you, they have seen you not once, twice, or thrice. Maybe this is the 5th time they are seeing you. So there is some form of reputation that needs to happen, and companies understanding that if you want to get into a particular goal with this particular influencer, don't go to short-term deals. Start involving influencers as content strategists for your own company. What do I mean with a content strategist? If you have a brand influencer, have a brand immersion day. Let them understand, why did you start this? So the influencer is not only there because of the deliverable they are supposed to give and the 150K you're giving me per month. Now there I come with intention. I want to grow your brand. Not only growing, but positioning it to a global space, right? So work with influencers who understand brand growth. You cannot just be looking at people who just scream and you're like, this is the one. No. Do they understand brand positioning? What's their voice? You need to align your brand with brand influencers who align with your target audience. Do research. Does this influencer align with my brand voice? Come again to numbers. You can have millions of followers, but they are not converting. And I'm gonna tell you this from a personal level. I built a brand where I had so many followers, but then one time I have this event that is coming up and I'm showing up into a hall and only 2 people were there. And yet I have almost 300K followers on TikTok. So there is the aspect of conversion. Create a community niching down as an influencer. I am a brand influencer. I don't do short-term collaborations. I only do long-term. Why? Because I believe in the power of brand growth and space timing. Because kama client tutamuacquisite in the 3rd video, then the first video won't do it. And I can see the time is reminding me to, slow down. But let me just finish up with this point of marketing. If you're looking for an influencer, go do research on their voice, the audience they target, and who would convert from their audience. Like for me, I command an audience in the central Kenya. I've got a community that I've built in Kikuyu. So I can push a brand using my local language. I've been able to understand their brands that need that local nuance so that they can actually go global. So align with influencers who align with where you want to take your brand. It's not about numbers, it's about conversion.
Thank you so much. I believe we have answered all the questions that have been provided, and I'm going to pass the mic on to Kesh so that she gives us a final.
So I have something to add on, especially on pricing. I've seen most of us add prices to our products and services without adding or showing enough value. If my business was making 2 million with you as our marketing agency, for you to add, and we are paying you 200, 300,000, for you to add that price to 500,000, then our business must make 4 million or 3 million. Demonstrate that before you go to that meeting to ask for a raise, even if it's on your career and you want a salary raise. Please demonstrate that before. And before I wind up, there's my business partner called George. George, please stand up. He does everything, including bookings and everything for us. Give him a lot of applause. Thank you. Have a nice time.
You're removing me from my panel. So I'm going to pass this to Kesh, and then she's going to give us the final remarks because we are short of time. And then we are going to clap for my people, and then they will stand and we'll take pictures. Photographer, cameraman, ako karibu. Amazing. Kesh, you have 30 seconds. Go. No, it's not a question. Final remarks. If someone was to take away something, you are the voice now. Speak for this team. Speak for this panel. What do you want someone to act on?
Okay. I'm big on positioning, very big on strategic positioning. So what I would essentially tell you to do is don't offer 20 services. Niche down to 2, 3 services that you can work on really, really well and that you can deliver on. Then position yourself, then go visible. That's it.
Amazing. Now, a final round of applause. That's not enough energy to escort my amazing panels out of the stage. So, if and in case, Fadhili, please don't leave. We're taking a picture. If and in case you have a question, they will be available for any extra follow-ups. And you can also follow them on their socials, and you shall keep in touch. Amazing. Clap for them as the pictures are being taken. Tell us, say cheese, say something, say Imelda.
All right, let's clap for them as they leave the stage. Thank you so much. What a panel, what a wow. We've learned a lot, haven't we? I know this conversation is a much needed one, and it could go on and on and on and on, but because of time we have to cut it short so that we can go to the next one and then move over to the awards. How are we doing so far? Are we good? Are we okay? This is where you stand for just a minute and stretch. Please be upstanding. Be upstanding. Be upstanding. I know you're tired, Meshiba. Say hello to your neighbor. Just tell them Jasmine says hi. I can't hear you mentioning my name. Jasmine says hi. Now you may be seated. Thank you for extending my greetings. All right, so we are going to the final panel of the day. On ESG, and I want to invite the moderator of that panel. She's an expert in sustainability, climate, and impact reporting with over a decade experience practicing across various industries, including energy, manufacturing, construction, and logistics in Africa and Asia. She is also an award-winning of the 2025 show. I'm from the mountain, this word is hard. SOSHIA. He'll tell us what that is. Africa Sustainability Leadership Award. So ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Nanis Kanana to the stage to welcome her panel. You gotta give her a better round of applause.
Thank you so much. I think she's done the introduction justice. My name is Nanis Kanana, Sustainability, Climate and Impact Reporting Professional, operating in Africa and Asia. And this last session that we have in, I would want to say maybe it's the most interesting one. So if you're outside there, you don't want to miss this. So we're talking about circular economy and climate innovation. And we want to know what are the opportunities that are there. I'm sure from time to time, some of us have heard about green projects, green jobs, green funding, climate financing. So this is a very interesting discussion. Allow me to welcome the panelists that will join me here on stage. Anthony Kirori, please come forward. Let's clap as he comes forward. Anthony? Anthony? Okay. Andrew Silla? Mr. Andrew Silla? Thank you so much. Let's put our hands together for Andrew. Great to see you, Andrew. Joyce Ruto. And we have Edwin Ochola. Mr. Charles Lucania. Mr. Charles Lucania. Thank you so much. Mr. Anthony Kirori, are you with us? We nearly missed the CEO. It's okay, thank you so much. So this is a great team. They are in circular economy, sustainability, and climate innovation. And to do them justice, I would like them to introduce themselves, starting from Mr. CEO on my side.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, good, it's working. Yes, my name is Anthony Kirori, founder and CEO of Green Pencils Limited. At Green Pencils, basically, we convert paper to wood to make pencils that grow into indigenous trees with medicinal values, vegetables, herbs, spices, or anything else you want it to grow into. And also, at the same time, we by recycling other materials, we make road studs. Those are cut eyes, or the reflectors you see on the road at night when you switch on the lights of your car. Basically, our company is just a green manufacturer. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Andrew? Mr. Andrew Silla?
Thank you so very much. It's an honor first to be here. I congratulate and honor again the conveners. Andrew Silla is my name. I'm the coordinator of APROC. APROC is Hazardous Waste Producer Responsibility Organization of Kenya. I know it's a long name. It's basically a PRO for hazardous packaging waste. So PRO is the Producer Responsibility Organization. This is a BMO, a business membership organization, being put together by producers. When I mean producers, these are the manufacturers, the importers, and the brand owners. Those who are here, probably the last panelist, could be part of our membership because there is a new regulation known as EPR, Extended Producer Responsibility, now which requires every brand owner to take care of the waste they put in the environment post-consumer level. I give an example of this bottle of water. I'm still doing my introduction. If this bottle is found on the environment, from the 31st of this month, the regulator, who is NEMA, Minister of Environment, will look for the brand owner, the quencher. Or else, those who are here, probably you are brand owners. Now you need to get to these PROs. It's by law, it has been acted by the parliament, and we have been given a grace period, which is coming to the end. Thank you, and sorry for taking much time to introduce myself.
Thank you so much, Andrew. Joyce Ruto.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Joyce Ruto, and I work for the We Center, which is basically an electronic waste management company, ensuring that we have safe environment for all. Thank you.
Mr. Charles.
Good afternoon. I am Charles Lucania. I am a passionate environmentalist, and also I am the coordinator of Growth for Change, which we work to unite change makers working in grassroots communities, work with them to come with solutions for transformation in these urban settings. Yeah.
Thank you so much for that introduction. I'm sure we now convinced you are talking to the best in this aspect of circular economy and climate innovation. And to start with you, Anthony, we often hear of circular economy, and I'm sure many of us here have different definitions of what that means. So in your own words, what's circular economy? And we talk about climate innovation. What does that exactly mean?
So in my own words, basically, my own experience. So essentially, paper comes from wood. And then, so what we do, and then when we read the newspaper, what do you do with yesterday's or last year's newspaper? If you don't wrap meat with it, you throw it. Do you know that globally, 26% of all the solid waste in landfill sites is paper? That's more than a quarter. So when this paper rots, it forms methane gas. Methane gas is 25 times more toxic than carbon dioxide. So we have to come up with innovative ways of preventing this paper from reaching the landfill sites. So if you put it in a big hole, what next? That's where we come in. Paper came from wood. So we convert it back to wood. And then we make pencils. Now, wooden pencils, many people may not know, are made from cedar tree. The lifespan of a cedar tree is between 300 to 5,000 years. Let me ask you, what's the lifespan of a pencil on average? Let's be generous. Let's say a month.
Who wants to give it a trial?
Lifespan of our pencil? Okay, 2 weeks. Let's be generous. Let's say it's a month. So imagine you're cutting a tree that if it dies young, it's 300 years to make something that would hardly last a month. And then at the same time, we are saying we need to plant more trees. The math there doesn't add up well. So when we formed Green Pencils, that was way back in 2004. We wanted just to be intentionally green and look at the resources that we have, basically the waste resources, and how to use them. So basically, we take paper, convert it back to wood, and then now we make pencils, and now we've gone a step ahead. Now we are making pencils that grow. Thank you.
Wow, I think at that point you should clap. I know many here are asking where is the plant they would want to visit, but they will get in touch later. Maybe a follow-up questions for you, Anthony. Now you're in circular economy. At what stage does circular economy model become truly profitable other than just ethical or doing it for environmental conservation?
That's a very simple one. When you start selling, long and short. But basically, if you're to look at, why did we make the plantable pencils? Of course, it was a challenge, but the main reason is, I'm a maths guy, I'm a figures guy. Do you know that in the year 2050, the world population will be more than 10 billion people? One of the greatest challenges that time will not be traffic jams, accommodation, or lack of employment, but rather how to feed the children with 2 meals per day. Sorry, how to feed the adults with 2 meals per day, children with 3 meals per day, year in, year out. If that does not happen, trust you me, that's where the third and final world war will begin. Now, fortunately, in quotes, 65% of the uncultivated arable land is in Africa. Unfortunately, most of us African adults, starting with me, if you are to tell, I've got some 10 acres of land in Juja. If you are to tell me that starting from 1st of June, I stop whatever else I'm doing and become a farmer for the rest of my life. That is mental stress, because I'm not well equipped for that. And many African adults, the ones who have asked, are not very well equipped for that. So what we need to do is to start preparing our children now so that in 2050, 24 years from now, as adults, they not only be able to feed themselves, but feed the world. That's the reason why we made the plantable pencils. So how do you make money? First, you need to have from my point of view, a bigger vision than yourself. Then solve a major problem using preferably recycled materials from my point of view. SDG 12 is about responsible consumption and responsible production.
Thank you.
Should have been the other way around. It's responsible production and then consumption later on. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Mr. Handro, your work revolves around more on extended producer responsibility. And seated in this room, out even for 2 days, I'm sure so many of those represented here were SMEs. And my question to you is, how can small businesses comply without damaging their bottom line?
Okay, thank you. Complying with the government regulations, and for this matter, the EPR, the extended producer responsibility, we may need to look at it as SMEs as something we need to grow with. Now that the EPR is still at the formative stage, for the business in the house, it will be an advantage for us to grow with it. Because again, we are also looking at the other developed economies, what they have done, what they are doing, coming up with infrastructures. So basically for the small the SMEs currently who are developing and come with businesses, you may look at it as an added cost, a VAT, levies. But again, EPR is built from a principle known as a polluter pay principle, which have been done in Western countries, have been done in other countries of the world. And it is working. Why it's working? Because we are in sustainability. We are looking about sustainable. We're talking about sustainability and sustainable economy. And what does sustainability stand for? I know everyone may have an idea of using whatever resources we have sustainably and making sure we are not affecting the lives of our children, or else are not depleting the resources. So what are these come to play? The polluter pay principle is clearly, of course, stipulated from as early as 1999 during the formulation of EMCA, the Environmental Act, EMCA, whereby you are supposed to pay for the much you pollute. As simple it is, polluter pay principle. Pollute, pay. But now, there is a catch here. You may not pollute, but you still continue making your profit. How does that work? For example, you are seeing in the supermarket nowadays, people are going for milk with bottles. Yeah? You don't go and buy milk from with a packet. Go with your 2 liters, go and get 1.5 liter or a liter of milk. That is now we are trying to say the circularity is coming instead of putting more raw materials to the environment and leaving them, which are going to affect our environment tomorrow, and throwing off the waste without caring. This week we are in Nakuru and we are talking to farmers, first teaching them the safety. I know you are in safety. The safety aspect of leaving an empty pesticide container in a farm. And when I was there, I met one of the children there carrying one of my producer. I don't mention him here. Carrying an agrochemical container with milk. And I had to stop her and ask her, what is this you are carrying? Milk. How long have you been carrying this? For almost a year with the same bottle. So, and you are realizing there are so many people who are claiming about sicknesses. Why is cancer coming? I'm not trying to relate. Such research has shown and approved the lifestyles coming with cancer and so other related diseases. So using the agrochemical empty container to store milk and household products, and of course, there is need for us to go to the ground and talk to the people, telling them, incentivizing them, and teaching the so-called consumer education,
Yes.
the impact of using these products. And that comes with the EPR. EPR, one of the key mandates is to collect the waste and dispose of in a sound environmental manner. That's number 2. Number 1 is go through the recycling,
30
reusing, and so on and so forth. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I think you've highlighted something that is very important. There's really need for awareness, because when you talk about EPR, for some of the SMEs, even those in manufacturing, it doesn't really resound with them. So I agree there's a lot of awareness that needs to be done. Joyce Ruto, you're in waste management industry. And waste management is one of the biggest challenges of our time. And according to you, what exactly needs to be done right now, or what is that one initiatives that need to be put in place to improve the current situation?
Thank you for that. And when you mention my name so many times, I'm Ruto Wakutenda. Yeah, just, when we talk about waste, and most of the time when we see waste, we look at it as something that is not dignified, but I'm here to say that waste actually has been, when you tap into it very well, it's a very wealthy place to be at. And when you look at the circular economy, currently Kenya produces about, when you look at electronic waste, Kenya produces about 53.6 metric tons of electronic waste yearly, and only 1% is being recycled formally. So what that presents is an opportunity, but also when you look at it, why is it that we only recycle less than 1%? Is because most of us are not aware why we should recycle. Also, if I recycle, what are the things that I can harness from there that can give us value? And then number 3, and which is the first one, which could be the most important, what he has mentioned for human health purposes. So for me, when you look at waste, for us is something that can generate value. And when you look at the world right now, especially when you look at electronic waste, when you are able to do material recovery, then you can come up with precious metals. We are talking about gold, silver, palladium, that are found in electronic gadgets, that when they are just disposed of not in a proper manner, or when they are thrown in the landfills, then we throw away value, you know. So in my own words, waste is really untapped value.
Thank you, Joyce. Mr. Charles, you've made a very good introduction, and would like to know what systems must a green business build before it attempts to scale aggressively beyond Kenya?
Yeah, the first thing as Growth for Change we have realized is to have that ownership within the grassroots, so that it address the specific needs of the people. And number 2, we look at paradigm shift potential. Will it be able to make change over long time in terms of addressing the problem? There are many things like risks and mitigation, especially because it's related with climate, and you're looking at a lot of uncertainties in terms of climate-related business risks. So we really advise our groups to do risk mitigation at the beginning, because most of the areas where this green enterprise are situated, you know, in Nairobi is always a challenge of land or access where to do your job. So most of the young people are either on the river They were really affected during the flooding and also the demolitions. So most of the groups up to now maybe have not yet gotten back on their feet because of these demolitions, because that's where they were doing their smart urban farming, they were doing afforestation programs, and most of these were caught with this shock of the Nairobi River restoration programs. So there is issues with land tenure, which normally is very challenging for many young people and women in the cities. Where can they set up their business to work? So we really encourage the groups to work like as a network of teams so that we can be able to bring resources together. We can be able to approach the government at the county to be able to cushion some of these risks.
Yes.
And another thing which has been a challenge is on financing. Most of the finance which has been there on climate finance is not for the small enterprise. It's mostly directed to governments or big banks. But these small SMEs don't get such kind of a finance that is flexible to allow them put up the necessary structures to get now bigger funding in terms of setting up their business. So as Growth for Change, we try as much as possible to work with the friends in business to mentor this business, philanthropists, so that we are able to provide this necessary funding to work with these groups so that they are able now to be investor ready for banks or for these big accelerator programs. So we felt that was a big gap for many of the young people who are trying to start up.
Amazing.
Yeah.
The young people in this room, I think that's a very powerful point. And coming back to you, Anthony, so Mr. Charles has mentioned funding as one of the challenges. And in the recent times, we've had a lot, that there's a lot of money available for green projects. And the terms are climate financing, green project financing, investors that are focused on impact. We see it every day. We hear it in the news, even in the local Kenyan news. I don't want to go to much details, but even not just Kenya, Africa in general and beyond, that there's a lot of financing available for this space. So in your own perspective, what's the challenge or what's the barrier between the MSMEs and access to this pool of funds?
We also hear about those funds. Getting to them, that's another different story. Anyway, I've attended a number of those investor conferences, and unfortunately, there'll always be something to knock you out. Either you don't have the right distribution, or there'll be many issues. But let me answer the question a different way. For the SMEs in the green space, how to get their products out there. So one of the challenges will be first, you could have a beautiful product, but you don't have the manufacturing capacity to do en masse. So in that case, you'll be selling everything you have, but your market is limited. Then the next thing, you may invest in the production capacity. Like now, us guys, where we are, we've already invested in our production capacity. We are producing more than we can sell. So the people who are here, the marketing people, I'll have to figure out which of one of them to partner up with and see how we can go beyond, up and beyond. And then the other thing, government. For instance, in 2018, the ITAR conference, International Transport Road Safety Conference, International, was held in Mombasa. So international means many countries. The Kenyan government presented the challenges faced while driving at night. During the resolution, all the African countries said, Kenya's problem is our problem. So, can Kenya come up with a solution to this? The PS at the time, Julius Korir, he spoke to the engineers. The engineers said there are only two ways, using streetlights or road studs. Streetlights were ruled out, too expensive. We steal the cables, the transformers and all. So the only thing that was remaining were road studs. So we were told to put them in Kimende, the foggy area, for 1 year. Pass mark was 90%. Mandatory site visit was on 29th of November. We installed them on 5th of December 2018. Final evaluation was 9th of January 2020, 400 days. We are the only ones who passed. We scored 96%. Then the PS was moved, and then the whole thing disappeared.
Congratulations. Maybe you should give the others a roadmap. Okay, thank you so much for that. And I think it's also a challenge, or even the next opportunity for the event planners to even hold a forum for investor readiness discussions. And on that, this question directed to you. This is not a question, but actually, how can we access Anthony Kirori in 35 seconds?
Whoever is asking, I'm assuming, is in the room. After this, let's talk.
You us. Okay, the next question, this is the last that I'm going to take. Are we localizing the models of circularity and polluter pay instead of just borrowing the models of waste wholesale? Let me take it again.
Yes, please.
Are we localizing the models for circularity and polluter pay instead of just borrowing the models of the waste wholesale?
Per se, we will localize because every region has their problems. We may not want to localize what is being done in South Africa, where most of the PROs here in Kenya we are looking after, learning from them, benchmarking from them, as well as Denmark. But we may have different problems facing the different locations. So we will learning from outside, coming with the knowledge in country, and applying what is adaptable to the current market in Kenya.
Thank you. Parting shot from you, Joyce.
I think when we do not get a lot of awareness when it comes to what we do, especially with the waste that we generate, especially electronic, because we center deals with e-waste, most of us hoard what we, like the iPhone that I bought in 2012, I still want to keep it in my drawer. And my TV Mgongo, I don't want to dispose it. I just want to keep it in my house to remember the hard times, you know. But mine is to say that those things are hazardous. And when you don't dispose of your electronic waste, you are not only exposing yourself, but also your children and the people who are staying with you. For corporate companies, it's important for you to have environmental social governance in a way that it is accountable. So ensuring that you handle your waste in your institutions very well, and to partner with licensed institutions like the We Center, who have been able to, like we started as a startup, right now we are in close to 18 countries in Africa. And when we are talking about funding, it's interesting because for us, actually, we've been able to tap into getting financing and funding to scale up our businesses. And that is one thing that we can be able to also share as an experience to the startups that are here, and also businesses that want to grow and scale. As part of our business model is also ensuring that we...
2 seconds.
Yes, 1 second. Because of the startups that are here, we have been privileged to train close to 600 youth to set up their own businesses in our value chains and to see them scale. So in terms of my parting shot...
maybe you need to say that again. They didn't hear well.
Yeah. So because we've been able to tap into financing and also funding, we were able to support close to 600 businesses last year to scale up their business in the e-waste value chains. So for me is to say that it is possible and it is not that hard. I think it's only the ones who are here before they talked about positioning, and to also look at what is your purpose. And I think our purpose is clear, it's just to safeguard the environment from in proper disposal of electronic waste. So simple, but we've been able to scale all through. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Joyce. So if you having 5 phones from 10 years ago, the Kabambe, the smartphone, I don't want to mention the brands, that is hazardous waste. If at your workplace you've stored 30 laptops or computers that are maybe malfunctioned, and your CEO is saying we should still keep them someday, we don't know when, someday they might get some value. You know it's hazardous waste, talk to Joyce. Mr. Charles, if there is one gap that you think should be really fixed in East Africa, what should that be?
For me, I think is helping the young people to organize into companies, into business, so that they can transact business, so that they are not just being taken for a ride to fill in rooms, and because that is missing, so that they are and given the right tools. So kama msee amevia kitu fulani, asapotiwe hizo tools zake anze kufanya biashara. Mara mingi watu wanatrainiwa, they are not given the right tools, they are not given the business support, kama ni legal, kama ni bookkeeping, nini. You are left this to struggle for your own. Sometimes KRA comes, inaanza kukufinyilia na other licenses. So if this can be cushions for young people, so that they can be able to kickstart and they are able to see now all these things you're talking of ROI, and being able also to feed themselves. One thing we have been advocating is about food sovereignty, and how can we ensure young people, because mara mingi people, when they are hungry is when young people do weird things. So we try as much as possible, as Anthony was saying, the city will be very populated, there will be no space, there will be shocks with such kind of Ebola or diseases which might restrict movement. And we have seen it during COVID, so we just want to prepare the young people to be able to feed themselves for freedom, and then the rest we can be able to feed the market. And then we can now start looking for money based on your skill and everything. But first thing is we need to ensure we feed ourselves with the nutritious, healthy food to enable us to deal with all these challenges that is coming.
Thank you so much. Thank you all our panelists. And I want to say these are, what they said, those are not just ideas. Those are opportunities for us. They are ideas for business. And you could approach any one of them. And there's really a lot of opportunities in climate innovation, and as well as, like Joyce, she's mentioned about funding. Feel free to speak to her. Feel free to speak to Anthony about scaling your business. The opportunities are there. The only thing between you and...
Excuse me. The question you asked, I didn't answer it properly. For the person who asked how to get in touch with me here, but also to get in touch with me, my name is Wells without the H, Anthony without the H. So Anthony Kerori on my socials, Instagram, whatever, all of them. And also the company is Green Pencils Limited. So the website is there, the email address is there, so you can also get in touch through that way. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Please come forward, the panelists, for a picture. Let's clap for them. Thank you so much. So, Poleni. Thank you so much. You can take back your seats. So at this point, I'm going to invite Oscar Hobonyo to come and give us the final perspective on circular economy and climate innovation. clap for him.
Is it evening already? Good evening. Are you tired? Still afternoon? Okay. I hope you've all learned something. Yes? All right. My name is Oscar Obonyo, and I'm a circular economy and climate change expert. I currently work with Majid Al Futaim as a sustainability specialist, and I also sit at the board of Sustainability Champions Network. I hope you've been as keen on this conversation as I have been, because I'm just trying to wrap it up. But before I do that, I'm going to give you some context. Are you aware that for the last 50 years, that's from 1976, the world has depleted 73% of its biodiversity. We have lost 73% of mammal species, reptiles, birds, trees, everything natural. Are you also aware that in 2050, the number of plastics in the ocean is going to surpass the number of fish in the same oceans by weight? That means that if someone goes fishing in 2050, you'll probably come home with a plastic bottle and not fish. What does this speak to? Number one, our consumption patterns. The reason why we are 73% down in biodiversity and natural resources is because of our nature to overconsume. Very recently, we had Apple launch a new iPhone. And I'm very sure there are people who had the last set of iPhones who have upgraded their iPhones. And I'm very sure if Apple launches another set tomorrow, there are those who are still going to replace. Do you understand where I'm getting to with responsible consumption? It means that if you have something or a product that is working and is 100% functional, what is the need to get a new product that gives you the same service? What this does is that it puts pressure on other producers to keep producing things that we in essence don't need, which means that they keep over-extracting from our natural environment, and that's how we end up losing 73% of our biodiversity in just 50 years. So the better we choose our consumption patterns, the better our manufacturers and producers produce what they need to produce, and the more we give Earth time to breathe and regenerate. If you have plastics, do you know where to dispose them? Do you know a single recycler in the country? The other day, fuel prices went up extremely high and everybody was crying. But then there is a certain town in Murang'a called Kennel Town. And if you go to the boda riders there, or the farmers there, nobody is crying. Why? Because there is an innovator in Murang'a called ProGreen Innovations who decided to harness plastic and convert it into petrol and diesel. They call it eco-petrol and eco-diesel. And it is so well refined that it is used in boilers, industrial boilers, generators, and even fleet. The bodas there use that petrol. The tuk-tuks there use that diesel. The tractors and generators that the farmers use in their farms use that diesel. Do you think that price has gone up? Same to our conventional forecourt diesel? It hasn't. Because this innovator gets the plastic bottle from which you have consumed water and converts it into fuel. Are you seeing where waste meets value? So the new frontier of business, the new frontier of what we call green jobs, the new frontier of responsible production and consumption comes from the things that we would otherwise naturally discard, waste. So today when you leave here, just choose to get your hands dirty. Do you have a phone or a laptop that is no longer functional? You now know WeCenter. Have you used cooking oil to cook mandazis or chapatis, and you want to throw it because you cannot use it to prepare another meal? There is a company called Munza. You can give your used cooking oil and you'll actually get money for it. Are you getting what I'm saying? So it means that we are creating new jobs in new ecosystems that we once called waste. And if we are able to harness all these wastes that are otherwise unprized resources, then it means that we are going to be able to scale back from achieving a 2050 that has more plastics in the ocean than fish. And then we are also going to be able to convert anything that we purchase and use and would have otherwise discarded as a resource for the next person, and perhaps earn a livelihood from it. So thank you all for attending this session, and thank you for giving your hearts out. I usually say this is a relatively old space with new players in it. So if you are a student, if you are a founder in an MSME, or even a player in a large corporation, and you still feel like you need to harmonize your career with what sustainability offers for this planet, just feel free to reach out to Sustainability Champions Network, because now we are on a mission to bring all practitioners together so that we can get to learn from each other and so that we can get to build opportunities for all other new players within this field. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Obonyo. Please come stand here for a minute. You know you've given, these are entrepreneurs, you've given them a business idea. The cooking oil can be converted. So you said the email, did you say the email or phone number where they can be able to reach you?
Oh, no, I did not. All right. So my phone number is 0716 035 405. 0716 035 405. Always active on call and on WhatsApp. You can find me there.
Thank you very much, and I look forward to you continuing building MSMEs and teaching us to live responsibly. So we only have 27% left. We used 73, 27. So we have to take good care of it. Okay, let's give it up to Obonyo as he sits. We are about to go into the award ceremony. I'm standing in for Jasmine at the moment. I would like to request anyone who is seated after these pillars to please move to this side. All of us, kindly, let's move here. Make it easier for all of us as we do the awards ceremony. As we close up, I would like to bring on stage Alan Rob. He's the founder of the Cube Innovation Hub in Eldoret, and currently the director of ICT and Innovation at the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry. He's passionate about growing businesses using technology. And what a way to close this session as we go into the award ceremony. Him telling us, so now we've heard all these things. He's been listening to the conversations from yesterday. What's the takeaway? And what else can we do to leverage on tech, even in our ESG platforms? Let's give it up for Alan as he comes to give us a very 5-minute talk.
Thank you. Hello, thank you, Joe. Hi everyone. How are you doing? I know everyone is tired and it's about the award session. That's next. Shortly, I'll just briefly explain about a sustainability story. Okay. There's this young man 8 years ago started a company just straight from university where we are today. After 4 months on my internship, he decided to quit and start his own startup, right? So after starting his startup for 5 years, he decided to start a hub called the Cube Innovation Hub, where we nurture all the startups. Since then, I've been able to create 8 startups sustainable, And actually, they are commercial. Of course, they're earning money each and every time. So how do we make our money to sustain the hub? We sustain our hub through those company we have built. So also, I serve as a director heading innovation and IT in Kenya National Chamber of Commerce, where now I'm bridging the gap where academia and industry meet. So the only thing I'll just maybe tell all of you is everything is possible in terms of what you're building. Whether you're building a small SME, whether you're building a big SME, I think everything is possible to build. Like for me, I've been able to build those companies in just a span of 8 years, and it has worked. So I'll just encourage you as young people to be able to thrive in such kind of manner. Also, I was featured, I think, in KCB Lions Den with one of our products called Maziwa Tele, which has eventually become a very good product until then. I think we have garnered close to around, I think, 1,500 users until now. We have also created, 47 employment opportunities currently, and we are still going on. And you can see, where am I from? Eldoret, isn't it? I'm creating the impact from there, but coming through this side to just showcase you that everything is possible. Now, the Cube is run by 5 core pillars. Number 1, we have expert mentorship, which we do. Collaborative community, we collaborate with different ventures hereabouts. Then we have tailor-path learning, which we have a school that offer digital skilling towards innovation. Then we have real-world projects, the startups we have done. And last but not least, we have entrepreneurship and commercialization. So I'll end with one sentence over here, since the time is not on our side. So I'd wish for you to think outside the box and inside the cube. Thank you.
All right, so we are headed to the very tail end of the day, but before we get there, I just want to get two responses or just feedback on how the event has been, what you have learned or your highlight. Just 2 quick people, and you can also take the opportunity to plug your business or what you do. One from this side, one from this side.
We're all entrepreneurs. Who's bold enough? Why can't volunteer? Oh, excellent.
Oh, there's a hand over there.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
My name is Doreen Vivi, and I'm the founder of E-VYBEZ Innovation. So E-VYBEZ Innovation helps young entrepreneurs to shift from the mindset of doing business for survival to building business for impact. Yes. So for me, what has stood out since the beginning of this event, since yesterday, I think one of the key points I've picked is, number 1, as the business owner, you need to brand yourself, how you want people to perceive you, and you need to position yourself in a way that people know who you are and what you stand for. Yes, thank you.
Let's clap for her. What's the name of your business again?
E-VYBEZ Innovations.
So how do you help the entrepreneurs? I just want to understand, is it mentorship, coaching?
Okay, so how we do it is we bring on board experts to train them in different aspects: financial management, branding, public speaking, how you can actually understand, because I know most of the people say anyone can become an entrepreneur, which is not true. Not everyone is an entrepreneur. So we also help those people who are doing business, but they're not actually entrepreneurs, to know that not everyone can do business. Sometimes you can be the one supporting the person that is doing business and not you being the one who is actually running that business.
All right.
Thank you.
Did you listen to Micah? Did you listen to him when he was talking? Yes. I think you two could collaborate and do something amazing. So see him. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. So one more person? Yes. Please come. Just come. Oh, the mic is coming to you.
So, my name is Lois Bonyo. So, for me, I learned that me being authentic as a person should also reflect my authenticity when it comes to my startup or my organization. Like the two should match. They should not be two different things. And also I come from an organization known as Royal Patches. In Royal Patches, basically we do awareness, create advocacy for persons with vitiligo, and also persons with disabilities at large. And I'm inviting all of you, we're having an event on 27th of June, World Vitiligo Day, at Charter Hall. You're all welcome to attend.
All right, what time? Give us details. When you're telling us about an event, tell us everything, the time, the date, who we need to talk to so that we actually come, yeah? All right.
So the event will happen at Charter Hall. Charter Hall is opposite KICC from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And if you want to attend, you can call me. I'll share my number, 0794-256-038. And looking forward to seeing you there.
Say your number again, slowly.
0794-256-038.
All right. Thank you so much. Let's give her a round of applause. Okay, fantastic. Anyone last person before we go? Now you're all raising your hands. Just, yeah, you.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
My name is Monica Wanjiru Mena. I'm the founder and CEO of Liti One Techies, written here, Liti One Techies. Liti One Techies is a tech company that focuses on impactful tech events, and we do pitching events. So we have a pitching event on the 28th of November this year. We already did the first edition of pitching. It was called Pitch Like a Pro. It was more of learning how to pitch tech projects, and we'll be doing a second edition on the 28th of November. For more information and everything, you'll check the website, liti1techies.co.ke, or you can reach directly to me via my personal number, 0748 13 10 35, and I'll happy to see all of you there.
Okay, she pitched like a pro. Let's give her a round of applause. Okay, finally, nani huyu ameinua mkono wa mwisho? Akimko. Welcome. You. You have the privilege of coming to the front. Next time when I call you for something, I said you run. Now, I can't give everyone a chance, so this will be the last one.
My name is Daniel Muna. We do bags. Our bag name is All Maridhi. And I want to address something that was addressed by Coach Alice. He talked about how to not be afraid of pricing your goods. We had a problem with that because in the beginning when I started making bags, I did it in a point of somewhat desperation. So I was just taking any price. And then when it comes to making the real thing, then it becomes a challenge because shifting from a price where you're charging less to actually where you need the value to be, it becomes a problem. So that was addressed, and I'm happy to learn that you need to be courageous to take the price that you really meant to have because of the skills you've put in and also the time and effort. Mr. Joe has been a very helpful person in that. He gave us things to consider in creating that bag brand, and we're still exercising some of the things that he showed us. So thank you and everyone else for all the speakers that we've had for the 2 days. And you can all check out All Maridhi. You can be sure that we say All Maridhi is the language of appreciation. So when you feel like appreciating someone, you can use those bags to show that appreciation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Let's give him a round of applause. And then you need to have a conversation, further conversation with Obonyo in terms of how best can you recycle the material that you're having to make more brand pieces. But thank you for the amazing job that you're doing. It's been good to watch him grow from January. Let's give him another round of applause as he moves out.
You know, it's one thing to come to an event, but I always say when you come to such an event, make sure you go with something, yeah? Don't just leave. Just attending an event is not an achievement. What do you do with the information you've got? What do you do with the networks you've got and the collaborations that you have? So make sure you talk to someone. And right about now, we are about to transition to the events part. But before we do that, I'd like to invite Hype Governor. Let's give him a round of applause. Atuchangamshe kidogo, and then we switch over.
All right, hi guys. Mko sawa? Wasewasea. I want you to shika mkono na jirani, simama na yeye. Then find a space. Sawa? Nasitaki mbweke. All right? My good name is Hype Governor from Thai Events. That I believe we know hype. Sawa? So I want us to dance. Sawa? Aya, fanya hivi kidogo, stretch. Weka mikono mbili hivi. Aya, very simple. Weka juu, nice. Stretch kidogo hapo. Aya, eka akimbo. Let's go to the left kila mtu. Let's go to the right. All right, zungusha kidogo. Hapo, right, amazing. Touch your head. Your nose. Your tongue. Tangia kiko hapa. All right, on the ones and twos, wapi kelele DJ Laz, the magic fingers. All right, my good name is Hype Governor. So, it's very simple. You do as I do. Sawa? Tuko sawa? Laz, ukiwa ready, jaza. Weka juu, let's go. Up. Juu. In 1, 2, 3, let's go.
Dokire NAIROBI rwendenda hiki no nginya ndirute guombo. Ngĩrigwo njĩke atĩa na magũrũ makwa mothe na
kila mtu, let's go.
Ngĩronje thakũrũ nĩwe dance master yule wa
watu wa nyumbani, karibu sana, let's go. Very simple, sawa. Tunaenda hivi. 1, 2, 3, tuko right. Piga up burukanga. Piga up burukanga. Let's go. Piga up burukanga. Simple. Piga up. Tufanye tena, msikae chini, bado tunaanza. Niko 5 minutes. Are you ready? So that dance ni simple. Weka mgia left mbele. Eka mgia left mbele. My good name is Hype Governor. Sawa? So ni very simple. Chorus inaenda hivi. Hapo unarudi alafu unafungua. Sawa? Tujaribu 5, 6, 7, go. Hapo unarudi alafu unafungua. Sawa? Ikibamba sana unagonga kidogo. Sawa? Laz finya. Wapi kelele DJ Laz? Nice. Let's go. Weka 1, 2, 3, weka juu. Let's go.
Dokire NAIROBI rwendenda hiki no nginya ndirute guombo. Ngĩrigwo njĩke atĩa na magũrũ makwa mothe na
karibu huko. Sasa let's go.
Ngĩronje thakũrũ nĩwe dance master yule wa madanza kudoni.
Are you ready? In 1, 2, NAIROBI, let's go rising. Piga up burukanga. Let's go, atukai sana. Piga up burukanga. Alafu wote. Piga up burukanga. Piga up burukanga. Let's go. Piga up burukanga. Piga up. Aya, kila mtu, let's go. Mami, yo sé que tú no temes chini. Lo que me gusta es que tú temes. Let's go. Todo lo que quieres ella sale a bailar. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Ella le gusta la gasolina. Dame más gasolina. Me encanta la gasolina. Dame más gasolina. Let's go. Ella le gusta la gasolina. Dame más gasolina. Let's go. Me encanta la gasolina. Very simple. My hands, your wish. Somebody make some noise. Now, skiza. This dance is very simple. Sawa. So ni my hands ni hapa. Sawa. Your waist. Sawa. Are you ready? Alafu hapo next ni gani? You are? Laz. Guza. Weka hivi kila mtu. Weka hivi. Kila mtu. Watu wa nyumbani, let's go.
My hands, your waist. My heart, our way. Nikuna.
Simple.
Nikuna.
Right, sasa let's go.
My lips, your lips. They touch, we kiss. Nikuna.
Weka hivi, let's go. Kila mtu. NAIROBI, very simple. Kala mashaka na tumetoka wapi? Mona Lisa nuni nitwa kalima
let's go. Let's go.
Slide.
Aya, karibu.
Helicopter. Mosquito.
Aweka hapo kila mtu weka mawe. Tumalizie na hii leo tukaribisha, si ndio? Tumalizie na hii. Sawa. Alright, tunamalizia na hii. Get a neighbor. You have a neighbor? Sawa. Alright, you have a neighbor. One volunteer kuje. You have an amazing energy, sir. I appreciate you. Let me work with you today. Wapi kelele? Alright. Find a neighbor. Sawa. Then you hold mushikilia hapa. Alright. So it's very simple, alright? Tunaenda chini, juu. Sawa. Tumeshika. Right? Laz, jaza. Very simple, sawa. Bounce. Nairobi, bounce. Let's go. And down. And up, let's go. Chini. Two, let's go. Chini. Two, let's go. Let's go. To the right. To the left. To the right. To the left. To the right. To the left. Yeah. Let's go. Let's run. Two kitamba. One. Two kitamba. In one. In two. One. Nairobi. Wapi kelele wewe? Karibu sana, tupatane baadaye.
Thank you. Let's give it up for him.
No, before you go, Hype Governor, I think Josh should give us a move.
All right, okay, nice.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Josh, now we are in the Gen Z era, all right? I want to teach you a dance. So you put your left leg ahead like this. Now it's very simple.
Tafadhali simu zote ziwekwe chini. If I'm able to come back up. All phones down. Where are my nieces? Yes, all your phones down.
All right, so it's very simple. Then unaweka mikono mbili hivi like this. Now it's very simple. Unashuka nayo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sawa. Let's try. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Makofi yake wewe. Let's kuza. Are you ready?
You can imagine it. Listen to DJ Afro.
Right. Very simple. Bounce. In 1, 2, 3,
I think we should add dancing to your CV now. Good job.
Jasmine.
Yes, sir.
You owe me.
I owe you so much today.
I hope no one recorded anything, especially for my relatives in the room. I do not wish for it to be used against me. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are transitioning to the awards ceremony. But before we do that, I would like us to give it up for Jasmine. She's been an amazing MC for the last 2 days. And so I'd like her to come here.
Okay.
So where part of my relatives come from the eastern part of Kenya. And some of them are well represented here. So I would like us to give her flowers. But what do we call the flowers? Mala.
Ma what?
Mala. Let's repeat. Mala. Mala. Now she loves red, I don't know why. So we are going to give her 2 sets of flowers. The first one, no, won't give her black flowers. Brown for the hair. I hope the ladies, I got that right. Is it brown or orchard or gold? Brown, eh? So we are going to give her Malama Brown. Malama.
Mblaun.
Let's put our hands up and shake in there. When I say Mala Mblaun, you direct your hands towards her. Let's start. Up. Yes, Mala Mblaun. Let's give her Mala Mblaun. Thank you very much. Now let's give her Mala Len. Okay?
Len.
Hands up, Mala, Mala. Let's collect the Malas from everywhere and give her Mala Land. There you go. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you. Coming up on stage to help us transition, he'll be giving a keynote. And then, he told me he's not a motivational speaker, but he has lots of nuggets of wisdom. So as he stands on stage, you'll be able to pick it as he speaks. So I'd like to call on stage Silverstein Chalo. He's an entrepreneurship systems expert, fintech innovator, and managing director of Forward Africa Group. He specializes in resilient startup architecture, product engineering, and business growth strategy. He has previously led teams at Equitim Limited to launch cutting-edge fintech applications, and he trains founders to leverage structured operational models to attract cross-border investors across Africa. I hope you also, the young man who was speaking about bags here, he was actually inspired by Silverstein. Was it in January or February? January. In January, at the Start It Right Summit. So let's give it up for Silverstein as he comes on stage.
Sometimes you feel like saying, nobody sent you, that's my life. I take for you, my friend.
Oh. 1, 2. Hallelujah. Did you hear me? Awesome. So we are 4 companies. We are getting our 5th one. We're in the process of an acquisition. We're going to be announcing next week. I've been in business for 4 years, 5 years, unofficially 4 years officially. I've been a business leader for 3 of those particular years, and I've learned a lot of things, all right? Hizo zingine siko sure ni mimi. What does Forward Group do? We have several subsidiaries. We have 3 educational subsidiaries. We are acquiring our 4th one, called Tunga Academy. We are joining them, so it's a long-term process, but we hope to work with them on a long-term basis. We have Forward Executive, we have Forward Line, and we have Forward Africa. We work with universities, we do executive courses and executive trainings in different platforms. There we have a capital subsidiary, we have a think tank, and we are praying that the Lord is going to allow us to build a hospital. That's about me. Tuko sawa sawa? All right, so I had shared some notes. I don't know if they're able to share them, but today I want us to have a very honest discussion. I want us to explore why you or me and most of us here are not getting money. All right? How many people have money? How many people have money? Okay. How many people have a lot of clients? How many people have a lot of clients? Awesome. Awesome. See, tuko na confidence. Kama uko na clients wengi. Okay, me, at after 1,000. How many people want to get funded here? Tuko confident. All right. Awesome. How many people think their family is not supporting their business? How many? How many? No, it's true. Your family, your friends, you think they're not supporting your business. Just raise your hand. Just raise your hand. You don't have to. Yeah. If they don't believe in you, they don't believe in you. You can't do anything. So that's the question we want to ask. We want to ask 3 questions in particular. Why are customers not giving you money? Why are investors, bankers, funders not giving you money? But also, why do the people around you just don't believe in your business? And I'm here to tell you, by the way, it's not a them problem, it's a you problem. Not get. Do you have that cousin who is always starting a new business every 3 months? If they start a new one, if you don't believe in it, it's not a you problem. Sindio? Do you have that business who has that cousin, that friend who has a business, but he's never running the business, or he's always eating the business money and you're eating it together? And kwambia sasa tunaenda kula lunch, lakini pesa ya job, pesa ya job. Client haventumia lakini data after ingine kesho. Sindio? All right? So those are the things I want us to discuss. A very honest conversation with each and every one of you. A very honest conversation with most of us who are entrepreneurs. Wamenikia time pale na wameniambia bell kiring ni toke hapa. Ukisikia bell imering na sijatoka hapa ujue makosa ni yao, si yangu. Si ndio? Haya. So the answer, the reason why many people don't give you money, the reason why customers are not following you, the reason why you're not getting what you want in terms of capital, as I've said, it's a you problem, and it comes back to a trust problem, right? I've told you, we have a capital business that we've run for the last 3 years actively. Last 1 year, we haven't been very active, but we've run a capital business for the last 3 years, all right? We've helped a couple of people get money. We've helped a couple of people build businesses that are able to get money and everything, and this is from what I've learned. From many businesses, tech businesses, normal businesses, photographers, and all that type of stuff, all right? The answer to why you're not getting money, the answer to why I may not be able to give you money, why so-and-so may not be able to give you money, why your customers are not giving you money is usually trust. Money is not a complicated thing, all right? Money is not a complicated thing, it's a very simple thing, and that's what I want us to understand today. So, you not getting money is a trust problem. And a trust problem is not a finance issue, it's not a marketing issue, it's not a pricing problem. Customers are not giving you jobs, not because your price is wrong. Reducing the price doesn't really solve it. It's because customers just don't trust you. All right? Customers just don't trust you. So if you are able to solve the problem of trust in your business, many at times you solve all the other problems that you have. But then how do you do this? All right? So this is more of a masterclass from the questions that I got from StartRight and what we've been asked before. And I just want to make you understand a few things. Number one, money has a way of working. All right? Could you please go to the one that has 3 levels of capital, 3 types of capital? Capital is in 3 ways. All right? There's what we know. There's human capital. There's, of course, financial capital. Awesome, thank you. There's market capital. So there's financial capital, human capital, and market capital. So the thing is, we usually focus on one, financial capital. So all of you have a way of making more money. The only problem is you don't have a way of getting better people or becoming a better person to run the business, or you don't have a way of getting the market to trust you more. And what we don't understand is that all of these things from all the decks that I've received, all the decks that even myself have made, I've told you, by the way, we are having 4 companies, we have lost a couple, all right? I've lost a couple of businesses here and there. And this is what I've learned. It's never only a financial problem. It's usually either a human capital problem that leads into a financial capital problem that then leads into a market capital problem. Or you have the money, all right? You have the money, but then you don't have the right people, or you yourself are not the right person, and then the market therefore doesn't trust you. So I'm gonna have a very honest moment and tell you. So last week we had a conversation with a leader we are working with. I'm not able to share details, but it's a business leader we are working with on certain investments here in East Africa. Guys in Netherlands, guys, like proper pacts. You know those guys who can answer all your problems on a phone call? Oh, by the way, we need to do this, and it's just how many thousands of dollars, anakutumia M-Pesa straight. Those kinds of people. And he went, sat down with a couple of people, and then he came back to me and told me, Silva, one of the things you need to do is you need to get new leadership for this business, and this business. I was like, oh, okay. What do you mean? First of all, do you know how much it costs to just get someone else to do certain things. Those people have been there and they are there because I can afford them. And we had a very honest conversation that led me to understand that if you have the wrong people, then you're not able to receive the financial help that you need, the financial capital that you need. Or if you have the wrong people, it leads to a market problem. So these three things are usually always connected. So let's look at them one by one. What is human capital? Very quickly, tukikosa kusonga, unaona wanda waste time. Human capital is number one, the skill, the knowledge, and the commitment of your people. Your business only grows when your people grow, including you. All right? Have you ever seen businesses that the entrepreneur is the limitation? Just because of who they are, their personality, nini, naongelesha clients venye nataka. Unaona? Or, anasema, oh, you know, my personality is not outgoing, I don't want to do social media, nini. You're the problem. So, the business can only grow as much as you grow. There are skills that you need to acquire as a business owner. There are skills that you need to acquire as an entrepreneur. For those who are professionals working for different businesses, there are skills that you need to acquire for those particular businesses to grow. When your people stagnate, when people stagnate in an organization, normally and traditionally the organization stagnates. It might not be immediate, but at some point the organization is going to plateau. All right? Very quickly, we're going to look at the second one, financial capital. This is the one that we all know about. This is the cash, the credit, and investment your business runs on. When I say credit, I don't mean that you have a loan. I mean that you're able to come to me as a supplier and tell me, all right, hey, listen, I don't have money to pay you now, but supply me, I'll pay you later. There are people who, that's normal. All right? Like they just get into a room, they say, all right, this is what I need, this is what I need, this is what I need, by the way, and I'm not paying you now. But you, try it. It's not a them problem, it's a you showed up wrongly. All right? So, the cash, the credit, and investment your business runs on, this is what most of us feel pressure on. But this one we know, all right? The market capital, this one because of digital marketing, what. Can we make sure I sound adult like this consistently? I'm Jashika, your joke, sawa. So market capital, this is your reputation in the market. So of course, saizi tumeweza kuongelea digital marketing. I'm sure you've been taught on branding. I've seen Hilda somewhere. So I'm sure that you've learned a couple of those things, all right? This is very critical. As you can see, it's earned slowly, it's lost quickly, and it's usually the one thing that if you lose, it's very difficult to rebuild. You can lose businesses. You can lose business partners. You can lose employees. But if you lose your market capital, dude, you're done. Like, you're properly done, all right? So, I've told you, these three are always connected. When human capital is low, what happens ideally is your market capital suffers. If your people are bad, if you talk to customers bad, the market stops, all right, respecting you and responding to you. Sindio? When market capital is low, financial capital is hard to attract. If the customers can't trust you, if the investor can't trust you, then it's very difficult for you to just get money. Sindio? Because there are several ways you get money in a business. Either you have an investor, you have a customer, or it's your own money. All right? Or your friends and family. Tunaitanga the foolish people funding. So, if the market capital is low, if the market doesn't trust you, normally you don't attract capital. All right? When financial capital is low, human capital suffers. Kosawa. Come on a do to employ the right people, including yourself, and it's something that we've noticed to the businesses that I run. If I don't have money to even just take care of myself, well, the business is definitely suffering. We're not making money because, okay, hey, I feel, hey, maybe showing up is going to be a bit too expensive today. So when even you yourself need to take care of yourself financially, all right? At the center of it all is where trust lies. But then you can't acquire one of these at the expense of the other. You as an entrepreneur have to learn to manage all the three of this. It's the dynamics of money, number one. Very quickly, I want to go to the laws of capital. And then we're going to look at how this is helping you. I'm going to 2 minutes, but pray for me. Capital does not move randomly. So, I've raised a couple of shillings recently. Rudi nyuma, relax, pace ni yangu. And one of the things that I've learned is capital does not move randomly. We've gotten into rooms recently and people have asked us, dude, can we give you money? I'm like, hey, what has changed? But then when I went back, and now last week we had the conversation with that gentleman, that's what I realized. We talk about these things in finance, but we never get to experience them. Me, I've experienced them. Capital moves according to laws. And the laws are very simple. Number one, capital flows towards certainty. Number two, capital remembers. Number three, capital multiplies in the presence of systems. And whatever systems you have, capital is going to multiply. If I give you $1 million, Bob, and you're chaotic, if you're going to just multiply, chaos. If you don't have systems that are helping your business, me giving you more money does not help you. All right? So that's why sometimes you really know someone has money to help you, but they can't help you. It's not a you problem. It's you're not communicating enough for their capital to respond to you. Because the money in my pocket does not care about how much I like you. It cares about the value that I get. All right? All right? I've told you, capital flows towards certainty. All right? So I'm going to share these notes, but money, talent, and attention move towards certainty. So when I say capital, I mean both financial, markets, and human capital. I can't come to work for someone that I'm not certain about where they're going. So even your friends, your family, the reason why they don't believe in you is because they're really not sure about where you're going. And it's not a them problem, it's a you. Okay. So they don't support me. Foolishness. Anyway, capital remembers. Every investor you disappoint will tell others. Every customer you disappoint will tell others. Every employee you do wrong against, every contractor, they will tell others. All right? The bell is about to ring. Just assume that you've not heard it. All right? Capital multiplies in the presence of systems. And this is why I want to close it at. That in business, if I give you $1 billion, Bob, and okay, I've not received $1 billion, Bob, but I've received a lot of money and it has not really helped me. I've also helped a couple of people raise money and we hadn't sorted most of their problems and we thought the money is going to sort them and we were very, very wrong. Right? There you go. So, it's important for you to understand because many people come and tell us, hey, listen, check out my deck. Especially after Start Right Summit. You guys did me bad, Bana. The only thing people want from me now is money. I don't know why. All right? And you check out the deck. Okay, yeah. But where really are you going? Does your mother trust in this business? One. Two, even if you have a girlfriend, anakusupport juu anakupenda ama anyway, anaona certainty. Those are the things that now I realized that even your bank is looking at. All right? My bank looked at my business. My bank looked at my business strategy. Manu is here. He can tell you, squeeze in bank 2 minutes. Juu siwezi panga line. Wananingojea na kamwan. Nakuja kuchukua hiyo kitu ni prepare hizo documents ni sign. I don't have money in that account. But it's a new business. It's one of the new. It's our tech business. But, of course, they have ninis on how our other accounts look like. But that banker did not know me. But when they looked at the strategy from the documents we submitted, there's a certain way they treated us. And because I was introduced to the bank by someone who trusted in what we were doing, though at that particular time I was broke in my life, I had 0 shillings actually. So my uncle introduced me to that bank. Because of that introduction, right now, I don't have a problem with my banker. Why? I didn't have financial capital. What I had is market capital. There are people in the market that believed in what we were doing. Are you getting what I'm saying? All right? The solution always, not always, is money. All right? So, there are many questions that we keep asking a lot of people and we've been asked online and everything. But if you left your business for 30 days, what will happen? Who here, their business will survive? Okay, there's thinking your business will survive. Who here, people know your business will survive, that if you leave, your customer is not worried? Because those are two different things now. Because that means you have to communicate and earn the trust. So your business, you know if you leave, nothing happens. The problem is, from consulting days I've realized, that's different from customers knowing that even if this guy is not there, the business is okay. All right? So we have to move beyond building systems 2, communicating systems for trust. Nikako kati ya dem. Unajua, sometimes hadi una do, lakini yo dem believe vision yako mbaya. Hadi una gari, lakini umeget? Tuko pamoja. Are we together? I'm a teacher, I run a school, so are we together? All right? So, of course, there are many things we've talked about. A job you own is not a business. You have to build a real business. It works without you, and it's consistent, and it's predictable. The thing is, I've taught you how to build businesses that are predictable. I think Eugene should have posted the video. And there are many videos you can watch. The thing is, make sure you communicate that your business is consistent and predictable. Even if you are the business, in anything that you do as a business owner, make sure that people know you're consistent and predictable. Being unpredictable is not a good thing in business. All right? All right? Capital is like that beautiful chile that knows everyone is after her. So what happens is if they see a red flag, they run away. They want a certain level of consistency. Hawataki, hey, leo unashow hivi, kesho unashow hivi, and all that type of stuff. All right? So, if you do that, I'm not able to finish because I have 1 minute. But if you build systems, there are many YouTube videos you're able to watch on that. Just make sure, and this is a you thing, that you communicate that your business is predictable. All right? Once you build the business, in the process of building the business, even if you have nothing, there's a reason why if Eugene calls, I always answer. But kuna watu wakitukall, hey, niko busy, na ukweli yenyewe niko busy. But it's because there's a certain predictability in the person. All right? If you're a professional, right now we're having problems with the people in a lot of problems with some of the professionals we have in the company, and it's because they're not predictable. Like, I don't know what time I need to communicate to you. Like, Saju tuna work online, and then now I'm joining a business that has international guys. So nakukall saa moja, nakukall saa mbili, upatikani. Lakini kesho saa moja na saa mbili unapatikana. Kwa like, wameniringia bell mara mbili, wacha nimalize. Right? So the secret to money is predictability. And what predictability does is it builds trust. All right? When your business works without you, the systems build the trust builds the capital, and the capital builds the growth. If you skip, you can't move from systems and go to capital. There are a lot of people that have a lot of money, but they're not able to grow their businesses. There are businesses that we are considering acquiring, and they've approached us to acquire, ni pesa tu sina, and the reason why we are acquiring them is because they don't have the trust. So actually, they're looking for us because some of the things that we've done have given some of our companies trust at a certain level. So now they realize, okay, if you want to play in this game, you need to build trust. And because they are away, they want people here in Africa to build trust for them. I'll share that later, all right? Once it's announced. But it's true, and they're paying us a lot of money, a whole load of money. Do you know what it takes for me to leave? Okay, I've not left my job. Do you know what it takes for me to call you my boss? No, like, let's be honest. Waliandika hapo group MD. So me, I have 2 GMs. One that doesn't report to me directly, and one that reports to me directly. All right? And then now me, I come and I'm calling you my boss. Do you know how much money you're supposed to be paying me? But it's because they skipped the trust process. So I'm here to tell you, it's a process. So just trust the process. Build trust yourself with the people, the money, and everything that you do. Communicate the systems that you build. Capital will follow you automatically, and for sure, if you have money, you have trust, and you have systems, you will definitely grow the business. All right? Yes, that's my advice to you. I don't speak much. I only preach much. So I don't know who I'm supposed to welcome. Who am I supposed to welcome?
Me.
Oh, okay. Let's welcome me. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Can we appreciate Silverstein as he... Yes, that was a great segment. Awesome. Now, before we move to the next segment, which is the awards, I would like us to appreciate a couple of people and a couple of businesses that have supported this summit and that have been very, very interested and serious about making this happen. I don't know if they have representatives in here, but I'd like if you hear me mention the company name and you're a sponsor for the summit, kindly come on. We'd like you to introduce your business in under a minute, strictly under a minute. So the first sponsor that we have is LACO Insurance Group. LACO Insurance Group, kindly let us clap for them as we wait for, LACO Insurance Group, great. Our second sponsor is Tsavo. Tsavo, let us have a representative from Tsavo coming on to the stage. Great. The third sponsor that we have on is Bunifu. Let us appreciate them as we get a representative. So Bunifu, I don't think they're represented in here. Great. The fourth one is NAIROBI Podcast Studio. NAIROBI Podcast Studio. I don't know if we have someone from NAIROBI Podcast Studio. Not quite. Okay. The fifth one is Good Partners. Good Partners. All right. And the sixth one is DTB Bank. Is there a representative from DTB Bank? Not quite. Great. Awesome. Then we're going to have to listen to LACO and Tsavo. Kindly introduce yourself and your business in exactly under a minute. If you cross a minute, I zima the mic.
I can see it's written 2 minutes. Yeah.
2 minutes for both of you.
Good evening. I'll try to do it in under a minute. My name's Vin Kola, representing LACO for the evening. In a nutshell, we are an insurance agency, the intermediary between you and the insurance company. So basically, we are here to make your life easier, or at least that's the intent. Happy to be sponsors for the second time running, and hopefully we'll participate in the 5th edition next year. Hoping for better optics next time. And we have social media outlets for ourselves, LACO Insurance. If you go on TikTok, if you go on Instagram, if you go on LinkedIn. And if you want to reach us quickly, we have a cell number. I'll just read it out quickly. 0720 636363. That's 45, yeah? Happy to be here.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. My name is Jeffrey Barrows. I come from Tsavo. How many of us know Tsavo? Yeah, so basically, we are a real estate company. We exist to enable investors achieve financial independence through low-risk, high-yield, affordable, amazing apartments. So as a startup entrepreneur, as a person who working in your job daily, working hard, it's okay to earn a monthly wage or, make profit. But at the end of the day, you don't want to work forever. You want passive income. You want assets that generate enough passive income on a monthly basis. So that's what we do. For more info, visit tsavo.ke. If you want to contact us personally, you can. Here's my number. Take out your phone, 0746 256 267. I'll repeat, 0746 256 267. Thank you.
Great, thank you very much. Let's appreciate him. Now for the segment that we've all been waiting for, I would like to invite MC Frank to the stage to present the awards to the winners and the nominees that have succeeded with winning the awards. Kindly, let us appreciate him as he comes. MC Frank.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, give yourself a round of applause. Make some noise. Come on, you can do better than that. Make some noise. All right. That's what I'm talking about. My name is MC Frank, and tonight you can enjoy yourself. I want to tell you something. When it comes to celebrating yourself, no one will ever celebrate you the best way you can celebrate yourself. And right now, give yourself a hearty hand clap. Make some noise! That's what I'm talking about. And this afternoon, you're going to enjoy yourself as we award amazing people. As we're awarding this evening, let me tell you something. This represents a community elevated, a life change, and the impact that we're making in our society. Ladies and gentlemen, the doors were slammed on your faces, but you decided what? You're going to keep on knocking and knocking. Just kindly, switch your mic kindly. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to enjoy ourselves. I have the amazing hype man, Mr. Hype Governor. Tumkaribishe tena one more time. MC Lover, anytime you're ready. I want to turn to a neighbor and tell your neighbor, how are you? As we're doing this song, because we're the light of the world and you're lighting our world. Come to remove your phones and put on your lights, because we are shining together, right? Switch on your lights kindly. At this time, as we do this song, rise up on your feet with the help of amazing hype man here, Mr. Governor. Kila mtu inua juu tafadhali.
Check right. Simama tu juu, alafu utoe simu yako, weka flashlight, alafu ushikilie jirani mabega kidogo. Want to do this amazing song, sawa? Are you ready? Ashikilia jirani mabega. Jirani mabega usiogope, sawa? All right? Amazing. Shika mtu.
Look for neighbor.
Amazing. Lazo, uko tayari? Finya. Give me some volume kidogo kwa mic yangu, si ndio? Are you ready? Awekelea simu chini kidogo. Tuko sawa? Weka juu, kila mtu weka juu. Nice. Laz, finya.
NAIROBI wanapenda kutiringa, na wakishika flow bado wadunda.
One more time, make some noise!
Make some noise, everybody! We will start up 2026. You're finishing inside, right? Anytime you're ready, my DJ, let it go. What the millennials?
Wake up! Make some noise for DJ Laz. Wake up!
Tumekuja kupati DJ hebu hekatra itule hepi alafu tufungue sakafu sababu inabamba inashika ulati sign fikisha ukiachilia mahewa mate DJ unatubeba.
You sing! You say what?
Ay, DJ. me a what? T-shirt 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 me a what?
Wapindiria Arsenale.
Kono moja mbele, ile yenderende. Baila, yoni ganjerende. Zungusha kiuno alafu bacha iende. Zungusha huyo mlena alafu bacha aende. Kono moja mbele, ile yenderende. Kono moja mbele, ile yenderende.
Kwa sherehe tumefika. Sherehe tumefika.
Atunini?
Tumefika.
Siwasi.
Ndani
hadi.
Sema
tena. Very simple. Weka matu. Twende tu. Take it in. Hello. Twende. Weka. Nairobi. Weka hapa. Chukua hii.
Oh, so right.
What's
Ah.
Mos, Mama Milka. Ati mos, Mama Milka. Ati Milka
ponyo.
Waru sim.
Kwa
kila mtu. Last finya.
All right. Wapi kelele? Make some joyful noise. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how we start the awards tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, help me appreciate amazing people over here. Since we started yesterday, this one you must make it louder. Celebrate these people. These are amazing. Make some joyful noise. All right, I want to teach you something. I want to celebrate them like this. Unasugua, rub your hands. When I say soft copy, because we have AI, everyone is into AI right now. So when I say soft copy, you do like this. Hard copy. Are you ready? Sugua. Rub your hands. Soft copy. Hard copy. Awesome. I believe you can make the loudest noise because when you're mentioning sauti ni Arsenal fans peke yao, si ndio? We have the Arsenal fans in the house. All right. I hope Manchester United basi. Wale Manchester, Chelsea, mtapata kikombe leo. Wapi nduru Arsenal? All right, ladies and gentlemen, have your seats kindly. That was awesome. First of all, I'd like to appreciate the amazing people that decided to make this possible. Thank you for the opportunity to stand before you this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, we all gathered from different places. And I know from far and near, loved ones have gathered here to celebrate, to elevate, right? But I believe there are a set of people who are probably the proudest, having been the ones who are the vision bearers, and they're happy today to see this vision coming to pass. Help me celebrate them kindly. So pigie makofi, all the convoyers to celebrate you and to appreciate you. This evening we're going to start with the amazing segments whereby we're going to be awarding different people. DJ, kindly give me some music as we prepare the next person. And to help us award the first session, help me welcome Lucin Donzo. Tumpigie makofi. What's up, Michelle Lucin Donzo? Let's occupy the space. They want you to dance a bit, sir. Atuwezi kama mu America. DJ mpatie mziki kidogo as we prepare the next segment. Show them some moves kindly. All right, thank you so much. I believe our ushers are ready from Thai Events. Let's appreciate Thai Events in the house. And our photographers from Thai Events, let's appreciate them kindly. They've done an amazing job. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, drum rolls. Mwenye anacheza drums apewe uji kwa bili yangu. Drum rolls one more time, louder. And the first category, Assistive Tech Company of the Year. Assistive Tech Company of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen, and the winner is Jamco Software Agency. And the next category, Youth Business Personality of the Year. Youth Business Personality of the Year. And the winner is Blessing Wanjiko. Where's Blessing Wanjiko? Mpigie makofi ya congratulations. Just gonna win. Your joy. That's awesome pause for the photo. Moving on swiftly to the next category. Customer Experience Company of the Year. Customer Experience Service Company of the Year. And the winner is Lead Pro African Web3 Company of the Year. And every soul in our community. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome, appreciate the amazing Lucine Donzo for the amazing opportunity. Thank you so much, sir. We appreciate you. Next, I'm going to invite another person to help us issue the awards. To take us through this segment, help me welcome Hilda Fadhili. And next category, Customer Experience Expert of the Year. Customer Experience Expert of the Year, and the winner is Pauline Mudoni Karaoke. Mbula. Give Barbara Mbula makofi.
Mr. Flavor Party Dancer. Another one.
Barbara.
Give it to them.
Thank you so much. Someone to pick for her. If not, Thai Events will handle that. Ladies and gentlemen, moving on swiftly. Digital Media Personality of the Year. Digital Media Personality of the Year, and the winner is Chebet Birir. ESG Personality of the Year. Put your hands together for the winner. And the winner is Ryan. Thank you so much. Moving on to Health Technology Founder of the Year. Health Technology Founder of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, picking for, oh, amazing. Picking for Ryan Okello. Thank you so much, your sister. Thank you so much. Moving on to the next category, Health Technology Founder of the Year. And the winner is Washington Adia. Help me appreciate Hilda Fadhili for the amazing time that you've offered. Tumpigie makofi. Thank you so much. Next, I'd like to welcome Tracy Waidera. Okay. Help me welcome Silantoi Shompole to award the next segment. Put your hands together for her kindly. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, the next category is Innovative Insurance Agency of the Year. And the winner is Laco Insurance. Can see the team is here. Congratulations. Let's appreciate them kindly one more time. All right, ladies and gentlemen. And the next category, SME Ecosystem Builder of the Year. And the winner is Joseph Karaoke. The SME Ecosystem Builder of the Year. Someone to pick for Joseph? All right, moving on swiftly. We're going to award the next category. Health Technology Company of the Year. Health Technology Company of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen, and the winner is, can you guess that one? Ruth Apondi, Smart Mama.
They call me Burner, Platinums. Now you they make me sit down, they sing this song. Da la da la, you come they make me feel like I do you wrong. Jaga jaga, if you want time, I go give you more. Jaga jaga, today you go give me love. Sawa sawa, let's see if you walk on my place, now my dude. Wanna paka, wanna need her. When I'm boy, I talk you say. Wanna paka, wanna need her. Let's see if you walk on my place, now my dude. Wanna paka, wanna.
All right, let's appreciate them one more time. Is Joseph Karoko in the house? Joseph Karoko? Okay, thank you. Moving on swiftly. Startup Founder of the Year. Startup Founder of the Year, ladies and gentlemen. And the winner is Josephine Nyang. That was the female category, the Startup Founder of the Year. Moving on to the male Startup Founder of the Year. And the winner is Eugene Mutembei. All right, now we're celebrating champions. And this next segment, we're going to celebrate the Woman Entrepreneurship Community Champion of the Year. And the winner is, for the Women Entrepreneurship Community Champion of the Year, put your hands together for Susan Oso. Come on, you can do better than that. And let's put your hands together for Shampole as she takes the seat. Thank you so much for a wonderful segment. Next, we're going to invite the next person helping us in this category is Elvis Warutumo. Put your hands together for him. Mr. Elvis Warutumo, you're welcome. Social Impact Personality of the Year. Social Impact Personality of the Year. And the winner is Dr. Taiba Hatimi in each and every community. And as we know that success is impacting the world with the investment of a personality, and this is what we call success. Making sure that our societies are lifted, each and every life is impacted. And that is our responsibility. Ladies and gentlemen, the next category, awarding Technology Hub of the Year. Put your hands together for Dr. Lawrence Neru. Category is ESG, overall ESG Champion of the Year. Overall is Sustainability Champions Network. Help me appreciate and celebrate Mr. Elvis for the amazing job and the impact you're making in our society. Thank you so much. At this time, I want to introduce and welcome the next person. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome. Achukue kikombe yake pia. Huyu ni wa Chelsea. Wapinduzi wa Chelsea. All right, this time, help me welcome the one and only Mr. Eugene Mutai. Eugene, dance. Wangapi wanataka dance kidogo? All right, DJ, give them some music before.
Aya. Wanasema msaidie pia yeye. Najua Bazu lazima asaidiwe, si ndio? Aya, tusimame kila mtu kidogo tu, all right? So unapatia rahisi, si ndio? Okay? Aweka hapa. So ni very simple. Unaweka 1, 2 hapo hapo. 1, 2 hapo hapo. Laz, jaza. Are you ready? Bounce kidogo. Bounce kidogo. Bounce kidogo. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Hapo. Hapo, let's go.
Tushasikia kikiingia ni blast. Huko ngabado na chukua madam so anguka nao itabaki meflow na vibe.
So ladies and gentlemen, we're not done yet. So floor is yours before we call the last category.
Great. Good evening, everyone. first and foremost, I want to thank every one of us for making it here. Please appreciate yourselves. And thank you so much for up to the end. For the past 2 days, we've had amazing conversations, we've had panels, we've had speakers, and a lot that has been happening. I hope that you have networked throughout the Nairobi Startup Summit 2026, and I hope that you're going to make follow-ups as we leave this event and as we prepare for Nairobi Startup Summit 2027. Are you going to be there for Nairobi Startup Summit 2027? Amazing. So just to see what works that will be coming up, the upcoming events, you can follow us on www.thaievents.co.ke. That's where to get all the events that we are hosting, including the Nairobi Startup Summit. In the next 1 month, we shall be having the SME network, basically networking in the forest. We are going to have that on the 27th of June, and we'll be having that at Karura Forest. There's an offer that you'll get. It's there on the screen for only 5% of the amount. The cost is 2,000, but at only 1,000 between today and tomorrow, you're able to get access to the SME network. We're going to be there. Amazing. I also want to appreciate all our sponsors and partners. Let's do a round of applause for our partners and sponsors for making this possible. Also appreciate our speakers and panelists and moderators for making this a success. A round of applause for them. Amazing. And finally, we want to thank God for enabling every one of us to make it here. And so the final round of applause would like to appreciate you. All right? Let's appreciate ourselves for making it to the end. And I also want to thank the Thai Events team and the Nairobi Startup Summit Secretariat for making this. Asanteni sana.
All right, so if we give him a coffee. Now helping us to award the other segment. Our next category is ESG Personality of the Year. Beryl Ogutu. Tumpigie makofi. Put your hands together for Beryl Ogutu. Ladies and gentlemen, on this category, Social Impact Organization of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Sola Mti. Thank you so much, Mr. Eugene. Let's appreciate Mr. Eugene one more time. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Nairobi Startups, now we want to welcome all the awardees, kindly. All the awardees. Gentlemen, on behalf of the Nairobi Startup Summit, this is why we celebrate not only ideas, but ideas that matter, move, and make impact. At this time, I'd like to welcome each and every person because of the impact you're making in our society, in all that you do. Kindly join us here as we take a photo, a group photo, all of us kindly. All of us. DJ, give them some music as they come. Everybody kindly join us here. We have plenty of space over here. DJ Laza. Governor. Help my governor kindly.
They sing this song, la 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 la. You come to make me feel like I do you wrong. Jaga jaga, if you want time, I go give you more. Jaga jaga, today you go give me love. Sawa sawa.
Let's join the photo, all of us, kindly. Kindly, you can join us, kindly. Join us, join us, join us. We are one big family, ready to change our lives.
Adekaburu kwa Mandela, rudi kwa bibi Kinondoni, ambalulu kunjadela, mwanangu gigi simuoni, aje ainama.
Everybody join.
Baby shut down, ainama. Hey hey hey, onyesha ulivyofunzwa, ainama. Go down baby, ainuka, give it to them baby, ainama.
Ready DJ, kila mtu inua mkono juu kidogo tu. Lift your hands in the air, lift your hands in the air. Want to wave. Please check. Oh, see. All right, ladies and gentlemen, today is a special day for someone, one of us. Someone is proposing. Shh. Someone is proposing kindly. Ladies and gentlemen, today is a special day. Someone is proposing. Kindly, with your help. Help me celebrate someone. Dr. Taiba. Dr. Taiba, kindly come. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Taiba is here. Shh, don't move. Someone is proposing now. Today is a birthday. Let's celebrate her. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Louder. Hey. DJ.
Happy birthday to you.
One more time. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Dr. Taiba. Happy birthday to you. Hip, hip, hip. Hooray! Hip, hip, hip. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Happy birthday.
DJ. The more impact that we're going to make in our society, Lord. Thank you for each and every person represented in this place. All the companies are blessed. As they're going out, they're going forth with peace. The mountains and the hills are subject unto them. They are champions forever in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. As we celebrate them today, you know that here on earth, we just give gifts, but you are the one that rewards each and every person, Lord. Reward them, their strength, renew their strength to do more and more for their society, for their community, in each and everything they are doing, Lord. We worship and exalt your holy name. Thank you for the organizers, each and every person, Lord, for the success you gave us, for the safety you gave us, for the impact that we had. Thank you for all the panelists, the trainers, and everything that we learned today, Lord. We worship and exalt your holy name. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Go forth and do mighty works. May the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ and the love of God and Amen.
Naam, tumefikia tamati ya hafla hii ambayo ni Nairobi Startup Summit ambayo ilikuwa inafanyika hapa katika chuo kikuu cha USIU. Imekuwa ni hafla ya kufana sana, imekuwa ni hafla iliyokuwa inajadilia mambo kuhusu teknolojia, mambo kuhusu ile technology ama yale mambo ambayo yanahusu teknolojia. Imekuwa ni hafla safi sana, imekuwa ni hafla ya kupendeza, na hatimaye sisi kama E-VYBEZ TV tumeweza kutamatisha hafla hii ambako tulikuwa tunaofa zile services ambazo ni live streaming, tulikuwa tunaofa ile services ambayo ni kupeperusha upeperushaji wa moja kwa moja. Tunashukuru sana kwa watazamaji wetu, kwa wale ambao wamekuwa pamoja nasi tangia tulipoanza pale asubuhi hadi sasa tunapotamatisha. Imekuwa ni furaha kubwa sana kuwa pamoja nanyi. Tunashukuru sana. Ukiwa uko hapo na labda ungetaka pia tuweze kukupeperushia ukiwa hapo na ungetaka tuweze kukupeperushia taarifa kama hizi, wasiliana nasi kupitia nambari 0710520944 0710520944 0710520944. Kwako studioni, shukrani.
Guys, we had fun doing this. We had fun.
You enjoyed?
The cameras.
Cameraman.
Adios.